Hey, we've got hot mics and hot places. Nope.
Yes. Hot mics, hot players. Awesome. Hello, everybody. I'm Jen. I'm your nervous GM. And we're here with the game of Queer Heist Crew. We're going to be queer. We're going to do crime. It's going to be great. And I want everybody to get a chance to introduce themselves. But first, let's talk about why we're here. We're here raising money for Extra Life, for the Children's Miracle Network of hospitals, local ones to people who are part of the team. And please donate. Like anyone who's been through a serious health condition knows that it's expensive to be sick, no matter where you're sick at. Did you know that one of the main complaints that cancer patients have is parking fees? So it's expensive. It's expensive to be sick. And I can only imagine what it's like to be a child who's sick or to be a parent of a child who's sick. So please donate money. Please donate money to help with treatment and equipment and family expenses. If you can sub here, maybe you have a Prime sub sort of sitting around waiting to be used. They're going to match $1 for dollar with your subs this month. So you can throw a sub if you can't afford to donate. If you can't afford to donate and you want the link, just put in chat, !Extra Life, and you'll get the link, and we'll be periodically updating that. We are at $756. Yes, it's awesome. Out of a goal of 1,200. And there's tonight and 2 more days. And like, I want to see, can we get to 900 tonight? Can we do that? Can we end the night at 900? Let's see. That's my challenge, everybody out there watching. So let's see if we can do it. All right, so let's go around and I'll have you introduce, if you have not changed your names in Zoom, by the way, to your character, please do, because I will get confused. But anyway, let's go around and say who you are and who you're playing. And this is a multiverse matchup, folks. So everybody comes from a different genre or universe, and say what your genre or universe is, and I will explain a little bit more about how that works in a minute. So I'm just going to go around my screen, and Jeff, why don't you start out?
Hello, I'm Nurdin Ali. My pronouns are he, him. Some people on the internet call me Werewolf or Werewolf Feels, and tonight I'm playing Jeffrey Smith, the mundane member of this crew, the mundane muscle of this crew. All right. That's all I got, mate.
I've never played this with a mundane character, and I'm so excited to have a mundane character in this. All right, Rainbow.
Hello, I am Rainbow. I am a superhero here to save the day. Maybe by stealing stuff, but you know. I'm also Nick. I used to work at Dornbecker, which is a children's hospital here in where I live. And so I'm excited to help kids again.
Yeah. Wonderful. Thank you, Rainbow. Midnight Snack.
Hi, I go by Ulfrig on the interwebs, and my pronouns are she and they. And I will be playing Midnight Snack, who is a delightful unicorn from the Enchanted Forest. And they also use both she and they pronouns, and their role is the strategist, because they're always thinking about something.
Thank you. All right, Jeanrina, Queen Jeanrina. Is that the proper title? Proper title?
Yes. It is. Hi, I'm Arnica Ross, and I will be playing the evil, probably evil, pretty evil sometimes, Queen Jeanrina from Fantasyland. Also, an excellent gadgeteer, mostly. Stuff works, mostly.
Awesome, thank you. All right, Allie.
Hi, I am Jade E. I'll be playing Allie, who is a hacker from, oh my gosh.
Cyberpunk?
Yes.
You were Cyberpunk, yeah? Yeah.
Yeah, Cyberpunk hacker.
Nice. Awesome, thank you. And Faye, right? Angela is your name. Was it Faye
Well, it was
Valentine?
Alma. It was Alma, but it was based.
Oh,
on
it's
Faye Valentine.
Alma.
So
I
you're
was like-
correct. No, you're correct. You're half right. You're half right. You're good.
Because okay, here's what was going through my head. I was like, I didn't know Angela was also named Alma. I didn't know it was like Angela.
No,
Alma, Angela. How did I miss
would-
that?
I was doing that character name, my name.
Got it.
This is my fault. My actual bio name is hyphenated in the front, and I'm getting all my friends used to it. So now every single time someone sees a hyphenated name,
Out of my
It
league,
didn't seem
not everything
unrealistic
is
to
about
me.
you.
I don't know.
It seemed possible. All right,
Hello there.
Alma.
Hello there, everyone. My name is Angela. I use she/her pronouns. The character I'll be playing also uses she/her pronouns. She is Alma. She is what I am calling a begrudgingly femme fatale thief from noir / space western, effectively. Just think Faye Valentine from Cowboy Bebop. That's basically who I'm going for here. So assume the same level of drive, which is I would just like to be paid and also not die. That's all I want, really. Just pay and not die. So that's it.
Thank you. All right, so me set the world scene, and then I'll set the scene. And then we will start with a little bit of planning for your heist. About 40 years ago, in marvelous superhero world, a villain and a hero were in an epic battle that ended in an explosion of energy that knocked down the gates between the multiverses. This was the first time that people from different genres began to be able to travel to one another's worlds and get to know each other. In that massive cultural change, there have been power vacuums. There have been people both within worlds and between worlds trying to take control of their piece of the multiverse. During this period of chaos, an organization called the Queer Cabal came to prominence in the behind the scenes, sneaky, spy-like kind of areas of the multiverse. The Queer Cabal is all about maintaining freedom, fabulosity, love, and sparkles all through the multiverse against the forces of control, conformity, and friggin' boredom. So you are all people who have been in the employ of the Queer Cabal. You may have worked with each other before, you may have like a sense of each other's reputation, and you have been gathered together by the second in command of the Queer Cabal, Sparkle Bear. Sparkle Bear is a heavily smoking, powder blue, My Little Horsey. Always has a cigarette sort of balanced in his teeth, and never, since he doesn't have hands, has this thing to use with his lips to like move it around so he can breathe smoke out. Deep, gravelly voice. And you were speaking to him outside of your target location. You have been summoned to epic fantasy land, where you are to infiltrate the dungeon of scary stuff, controlled by Vad the Harpooner. Vad the Harpooner having a cardigan ball? No one really knows what that is. What's a cardigan ball? You've been given instructions to infiltrate the cardigan ball. And currently you have Sparkle Bear in a hologram in just a little alleyway outside in the kind of dilapidated little town outside of the dungeon of scary stuff, where the servants of the dungeon live. In a little alleyway and hologram of Sparkle Bear going, okay, all right, so here's your target. Your target is the Diamond of Fabulosity. The Diamond of Fabulosity. Magical properties when the sunlight hits and it reflects off of people just the right way, their most fabulous self shows itself to the world. Vad the Harpooner wants to hide this from the world, and we know is in possession of it somewhere in this dungeon of scary stuff, and it is your job to retrieve it. Secondly, it is also your job to try to uncover who it is who gave us the information about this diamond and whether or not they are trustworthy. Which means this could be a setup, but probably not. But anyway, don't worry about that part. How's everybody feeling?
We shall do this for justice. For
Rainbow.
justice always triumphs.
And Rainbow, why don't you describe your character as you speak up for justice?
Rainbow is a much more muscular man than I am, but same long hair and rainbow cape with a rainbow icon where Superman's would be. But other than that, has a black uniform.
Right, Rainbow is doing well tonight. Rainbow is here in the game. How is everybody else?
I mean, it was either this or, taking that job at Riverdale, but they said I was too charismatic, so.
That's very interesting bar that they set for charisma over at Riverdale. That's very interesting. Thank you so much, Jeff. And why don't you describe Jeff?
Jeffrey Smith is a guy dressed in
Done.
yeah, pretty much. He's dressed in a flannel, a thermal undershirt, and a toque, and that is the most interesting thing you can say about him.
All
It's
right.
relatable, you know?
Your enthusiasm is infectious, Jeff. Thank you so much. Exciting as always. Everyone else, how are the rest of you?
Well, I'm Allie. I'm fine. I'm just in the middle of I'm doing another job too right now. That's why you kind of hear me talking to other people on the side. But I'll be fine. I can do this. I've done 5 jobs once before.
You're a real good multitasker. It's impressive. Yeah. I've always, I would normally have doubts, but we've had you before and you've done 5 or 6 and it's just all at the same time. Just sort of we call you the puppet master behind closed doors.
I like that. I might start
lots of strings. That. Yes. Why don't you describe Allie?
Allie is dressed in, she looks really cyberpunkish. She's got like red and black jacket on, spiky red and black hair, glasses, and an earpiece because she's always she's got 2 different ones, but she's doing 2 different conversations at once.
Can you make a song?
I love it.
Finish this job.
All right. We have a few people left to check in. Tell me where your mental state is right before your big heist.
I think I've dropped a screw somewhere.
A screw? I'm always down for a screw. I'll look for it.
I was going to say something about having a screw loose, but that was better. That was much better.
I would say Ulfric no, but honestly, Ulfric yes.
Yes.
No, Jeff. It's supposed to be. Jeff says Ulfric no. Ulfric responds with Ulfric yes. The order is not correct.
Jeff's response to that is, "Oh, were you having a screw?" Okay.
I mean, I guess. Janrina leans forward and runs her finger from right across about halfway up Midnight Snack's hoard. It's about that long.
And we are in it already.
Make a song.
I think Alma has she's just been there.
Make a song.
It is basically just a really tall, a disproportionately thin kind of woman, like twig thin, who in contrast to all the coloration that everyone else has, she just looks like she's come out of like a noir comic book, and like the color scheme around her wherever she steps suddenly shifts to all black and white. For whatever reason, there is sort of a constant like low jazz bass just playing in the background whenever she walks anywhere. She never understands why that's happening. And also for some reason, like her outfit just keeps spontaneously changing to be much more revealing than is practical for the job she has, and she has to keep like flicking her fingers like someone, like if a light bulb was going out and you're batting the side of it to get the thing to start working again. She's having that, but with her own outfit. Like it just goes back to being practical, but she has to like tell it to stop and turn back on every now and then. And that's Alma, exasperated but ready for the job, and has just sort of had money signs in her eyes ever since the word diamond was said.
And Sparkle Bear has this tendency that you've noticed before to sort of like start to bob his head to the jazz and then just get like really annoyed at himself and like stop himself for doing it. But like it's almost like he can't help tapping his hooves just a little bit to the all right, always nice to see you, Alma, and hear you, Alma, my fellow hooved one.
Yes.
How are you?
Oh, I'm excited. I mean, we've already had some lovely horn action going on, so I think this is a very promising looking night.
And you're going to not get distracted with horn action or anything. Like you're going to stay focused on the mission. That's your focused.
Of course.
All right, you're very believable. I'm so glad that you've reassured me. I feel totally comfortable about this decision to hire you for this job. Wonderful. And why don't you describe Midnight Snack?
Midnight Snack is a literal fucking unicorn. They have 4 hooves. Emphasis on every word. They have 4 hooves that are vaguely sparkly. They have a rainbow mane and tail. They have a rainbow horn, and they fart glitter. I don't know.
Oh wow, so you're a unicorn. I thought you were a regular horse.
Oh no, a lot of people think that, especially the ones from the mundane world. But I am a very special horse with many special skills.
I've never been to the mundane world. Is it near Calgary?
Yes. Oh, it's very near Calgary. I think it's in a place called Edmonton.
Oh, Edmonton. I find it kind of dead, compared to me, and I'm more of a live, laugh, loose, love kind of guy. Edmonton's really sedate,
I've never met him.
The unicorns over in the Enchanted Forest, they're a little bit more creative, different, a little bit, wilder in some ways than the unicorns that I usually keep company with. But they tend to be really good at heists if they stay focused. So
yeah, we're a little less G-rated.
I mean, this one's a smoking horse.
So much less. Yeah, we've kind of upgraded to PG-13 over here in my little horsey land, but we're not quite Enchanted Forest level. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention that is very important here. This diamond is also contributing to the wealth of the Society of Epicness. And just to explain a little bit about the Society of Epicness, they're a faction that is beginning to take over Epic Fantasyland. And they believe very much in the regulation and monitoring and monetizing and personally benefiting off of people who go into adventures all across the multiverse. And a little scroll goes across the hologram screen. They believe in forging adventuring parties throughout the multiverse to benefit them, opposing local unionization of adventuring parties. They're big union busters in the adventuring world, collecting curious artifacts so as to educate the masses about the multiverse. We'll get your opinions on that after you see them. And oppose unseemliness amongst all adventuring parties. And after this purpose, for instance, they're trying to introduce a uniform for adventuring parties.
Unicorn for adventuring parties?
No,
uniform. I've heard there's a lot of pleats and a lot of ironing required. It's very impractical. A patches system on a sash.
How much denim is in it?
There's no denim. No, that would be practical, don't you think? Denim would be great for adventure. You get mud on it, you wash it. No, you can't iron stuff in the middle of an adventure. Doesn't make any sense. So anyway, we would really like to impoverish the Society of Epicness and enrich us. Any questions?
Could you move to the left a few feet? You're blocking my signal.
Terribly sorry. And he moves to the left of a few feet, so you can't see him in the screen. He's just out of the screen. So
I have a question.
Yes.
Your name is Sparkle Bear, right?
Yes.
But you're a horse, dude.
Yes, but look, and he turns and he shows his flank where there's a pastel painting of a bear with hearts around it. Sparkle Bear.
Nice. I like bears, man.
This is partially Alma asking, but this is partially Angela asking. Is it a bear like the animal or a bear like...
I maybe picked the name on purpose, but it is actually
I
a
adore
bear
you,
like the
Jen.
animal.
Bless you for
The
this.
actual painting is of a bear as an animal. He's subtle about things sometimes. All right. Without further ado, I will leave you to your planning. Good luck in this heist. I certainly hope you haven't been set up. And good night. Vroomp. And the hologram disappears, and you are left to decide if you want to sneak, going in unnoticed, smash, going in loud, or socialize, going in openly with schmoozing. That's how I say it, with schmoozing and other stuff like that. And you don't all have to do the same thing. So some of you can sneak, some of you can smash, some of you can socialize. I'm not saying the other word because I can't anymore. And I leave you to your deliberations.
I mean, I feel like I could fit in, you know?
I'm better out here. I don't do crowds. I do machines.
I have an invitation somewhere.
Oh.
This dress has a lot of pockets. I'm wearing a bastardization of a Fair Isle cardigan. It's black and white, but it's ball gown length. It's a ball gown length cardigan. It's got a 7-foot train. It has so many enormous pockets. Somewhere in there, among the screwdrivers and the penknives and the tiny magnifying glass and the big magnifying glass and the 7 other screws, none of which are the right size and none of which are the one I've lost. The nail clippers, the butane torch, and the welding glasses. Somewhere in there, I have an invitation to get in as a neighboring queen.
You know, that's cool. I like pockets. That's why I got these cargo jeans on.
Wait, I have to ask, is Jinrina's dress just basically the Mary Poppins like purse, but like just a full-length dress capable of doing that?
It has a lot of really deep pockets.
Question.
I have this beautiful cardigan in real life. I can put like my hand up to here in it. It's gorgeous.
That is
It's all
impressive.
like that.
I want that cardigan.
That's amazing. With the train. It has to have the train too, though, because that's
I
the
wish
best
my
detail.
cardigan had a 7-foot
Yeah.
train.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I live in Maine. It would be ruined.
But do you have
Ellie.
one of the pockets? I need a roll of electrical tape.
I think I have that. Generator digs around through 3 pockets and pulls out 2 colored rolls of duct tape and 1 roll of gaffer's tape. I have tape.
That'll work. Thanks.
Oh, no, I got electrical tape. Hold on.
Oh, perfect.
I used to be a
Why?
gaffer in this little show called Supergirl, but I decided it wasn't really for me. There you go.
Thanks. Yeah, mine disappeared somehow. I don't know how I could be here without any electrical tape.
I mean, that's the thing. Sometimes you're missing exactly what you need in the right moment.
I'm going to set you all up with comms because I shouldn't go in there. And my jacket's not a cardigan. Her jacket totally is a cardigan. But oh no. Well, they're just gonna have to be okay. And somebody might get a random thing in there asking them to,
A random thing in their ass?
yeah, that happens sometimes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been told I'm not that random.
I went in a completely different direction than Midnight went. My thought was just like, we're just going to be on a mission, and then we just hear, oh, they've pinned us down over here in this corner. We need some help over here. Someone please send in reinforcements. They're like, I think you have the wrong genre. You need to go to Call of Duty.
That
They're
was my
2 versus.
idea.
This is
Two
Queer
verses
Heist Crew.
over.
I
There
just
is no
assumed
wrong
her.
genre.
I just assumed her comms were set to give us pop-up ads every so often. Frankly,
Oh, why not?
Okay.
Oh God. This is
I
great.
personally, I'm a volunteer for the socializing because I think, given the skill sets we have, if that seems good to everybody, I'm okay with splitting the party.
Jeff will
So-
go wherever people want Jeff to go. Don't worry about how he'll get there. He'll find himself there, just in the right spot at the right time.
I am dressed in my stealth rainbow, so I can sneak in while everyone's talking.
This is okay.
I can take a +1, I guess. There somewhere in here is an invitation, and on that invitation, I could take a +1.
And you're a queen, so probably if you wanted a plus more than one, they're probably going to let you plus more than one.
Oh,
They're
absolutely.
probably not going to be trying to pull rank on you.
Oh,
You could
oh, right.
try.
I pull up my invitation.
Oh,
I won it.
Do you want me to hack in here in the system and have it that you all are invited?
you can do that?
I can try.
That would be amazing.
Sounds perfect.
I need to ask where Jeff won the invitation to. There's got to be a Jeff answer. Where did Jeff win this invitation?
Well, Jeff and his buddies decided to go to a bachelor's party down in Las Vegas, which was really great. Jeff had a lot of crab cakes. Then he went to the slots, and for some reason, there's this big thing right now that if you put a certain amount of coins in, you get a different level of prizes. And so Jeff won a ticket to an extra planar activity party. I
mean,
know.
all I can win is $20 at Oxford, so that's way better than the casino around here.
Things have a strange way of just happening to me.
Is Jeff at the arcade at Excalibur in Las Vegas or something?
No, that's exactly where it was. Yes.
That makes sense. And Allie, actually, you happen to know from some of the intel that you've gotten that they've actually moved from a paper system to an iPad-based system here at the Dungeon of Scary Stuff. So all of your invites, for instance, have QR codes on them. So it would be possible if you wanted to hack into some of their system and use them to mess with things. There's absolutely a possibility for you as well.
Oh yeah, I'm already doing that. Even though I
Yeah.
told them I could do it, I'm already working on it.
All right, so you find yourself you're going to have to find a control panel before you. Right now, you're in an alleyway. You're going to have to find yourself a control panel
Where are
in order to
control
hack
panels
in.
kept?
A lot of them are probably inside, but there might be some around the outside. They'd
Is
probably
there-
be guarded.
Would an iPad from a guard be fine?
You could
Like in
probably use an iPad from a guard.
Jeff turns the corner and immediately flirts with a guard that's just standing there.
All right. So the guards at the Dungeon of Scary Stuff are all zombies.
Yep.
So there's a zombie there looking very bored with an arm sort of sagging off of the shoulder and part of his face exposed and he's standing there there's a line of people starting to try to gather and come into the dungeon and you walk up to him.
Hey man, I was wondering if you'd like to hang out sometime. I've been told I've got good brains inside the head. I mean,
Wait, who are you? And you are?
oh hi, I'm Jeff.
Jeff. You're Jeff. You're Jeff. And who told you that?
Well, there was Gary from accounting. There was Prince that one time. Then there was the
Well,
princess,
that part would
who's
yes.
the he one. And then there was a pony called Pink Party. And then there was that whole daisy chain. And then there was pretty much every member of the club Jazz.
I've been partying way too hard. Way too hard. The Prince one I remember, but everybody remembers sleeping with Prince. But this, yeah, I don't. I don't know, what to make of this offer, and I'm gonna have you roll. And let me go back to. I feel like you could roll against Queer here, or you could roll against Heist. Like you're working on the Heist, but this is hella Queer. So you can roll against whichever one you want.
My Queer's an 11. Let's roll under 11, shall we? I rolled a 1. I could have succeeded in either, but I'm gonna go with Queer. Yep.
You succeed, and so he's a little bit like, so you're interested in me. Like, is it the rumors, or is it, anything else about me that you? I see Alma with a finger up.
You definitely breathe, so.
I actually don't breathe,
Look,
right? Like that.
I'm just a man looking for the company of another good man. I don't care if the man's dead or not. I just care that, he's got a good heart underneath all that.
I think
Rotting
I
flesh.
still, pretty sure I still, and he actually like looks under his shirt and goes, what if it's part of one?
I mean, that's fine. Do you want to follow me down this amazingly dark alleyway and we'll...
Yeah, no, that sounds good. Let's do that. Let's absolutely do that. My name's Rob, by the way. He follows you down the alleyway.
Rob, I gotta admit, in maybe another world this could work, but I really am sorry about this. And I just like, the moment we turn the corner, in front of this entire group, I just take the zombie and smash it against the wall.
All right. Definitely roll against Heist, and since you're muscle, you can roll with advantage.
I have my starry dice and my dragon dice, so let's see what happens. Another 1.
Heck yeah. I mean, he is out cold. Just out. And it's a little splatty. It's a little like he was already kind of viscous. So it's a little, dripping down the wall kind of stuff, but he crumbles into it. I'm sorry, I won't go too far that way. I'm sorry, Angela. He crumbles into a pile at the bottom of the wall, and seems to be asleep and dreaming. And you hear a lot of, yeah, Princey, think, oh, yes, oh, yeah. Like, having a good dream.
Not to be a wet blanket, but I think he might have a tablet on him.
Oh, I can get that. And Midnight Snack will start hoofing or pawing at him, trying to get the tablet out. But it doesn't work because it's horse hooves.
Not to say
all right, I will stipulate that it doesn't work. So you're just getting goo on your hooves.
I want to go over there to try to get the tablet and just like not ignore the hooves, but just be like, you got a little bit of zombie. What's his name again?
Rob.
You got a little bit of Rob. You got a little bit of Rob's zombie goo on you.
Oh, yes, I should fix that. And I'll take my horn and touch it to my hooves and magic away the zombie goo.
Oh,
very nice.
Does he have an ID on him? Rob Erie. Huh.
Well, that's what we're doing, isn't it? A robbery?
I guess I'm the perfect man for the job.
And Allie, what do you do with the iPad?
I'm going to try to. I'm assuming it's got some kind of protection on it with the whatever Apple does. So I'm going to use my cyberpunk hacking skills that look really cool. That probably like letters and numbers are in the air as I do it.
Nice. So like it's like floating in the air while you're doing it.
Hackers. I don't know if you ever saw that movie, Hackers.
No, but I'm imagining it anyway. Like it sounds really cool. Yeah. Awesome. All right. So roll against Heist, and you can roll with advantage because hacker is your role, or your whatever we call it. Roll because hacker's your specialty. That's what it is. I knew it wasn't roll. That would be confusing.
Okay, one moment while I roll. I got 12.
12. All right. And what is your Heist score?
8.
That's a fail. That's a fail. I'm so sorry. So you try and
unicorn. The unicorn is so beautiful. I'm distracted.
You're distracted.
A lot of people.
Yeah, and actually, like as you're hacking and you're like sort of seeing Midnight Snack out of the glimmer out of the corner of your eye, you are like, wow, there's a glimmer in your eye right now from Midnight Snack, and
Hey,
you
have
hit
you seen
just the
that
wrong.
film Swordfish? Is your hacking kind of like that in terms of like how you do better and like performing under pressure and everything?
What? You got a beautiful horn.
I know. When you look away, you hit the wrong button, and some kind of like blue screen of undeath goes across the iPad, and you hear the sound of ha 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 ha, and you are currently locked out of the iPad.
Should I?
Was it supposed to do that?
No.
I mean, usually when things cackle at you in a really derogatory way, it's unintentional.
Unless
Really?
you've asked them to.
They
That's sidetracked.
Did you consent to a cackling, Alan?
I just had assumed she unlocked his master plan. They always cackle like that beforehand.
Found my invitation.
You got my invitation.
I reach into like the 9th pocket I've checked. I've just been digging through pockets this whole time. There is a pile of detritus on the ground around me. Little bits and bobs and pieces of gears, but I'm holding an invitation that says Her Royal Majesty Queen Genrina and retinue.
I just collected the stuff from around the ground and put it into little Ziplocs that I seemingly pulled from nowhere, all with masking tape labels, and just hand them back.
Ooh. I'm very excited by all of these, and they immediately all go back into my pockets, well organized. I'm going to be able to pull at least 2 of them will be what I want and not random junk when I reach in my pocket. I'm so excited.
Retinue, I think that means you could take literally anyone.
It means I could take all of you in.
Ooh.
All right, so let's just walk in the front door. And we're going to cut the line. I don't wait in line. I swan out of the alley towards the front door, letting people follow me as they may. I have already forgotten to turn around and check. I'm just
Midnight
used to
Snack.
people following.
Midnight Snack totally prances after you.
Allie is following, even though she said she's not going because Midnight Snack is going.
Yes,
We are already shipping.
I ship hard. I look at like Rainbow and Alma. So, are we going in a line or single file or?
I think as long as we're near her, we should be fine.
Okay.
Alma's already been like walking like very calmly but exasperatedly behind Jinrina, and like every step she takes, there's just a boom 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 boom.
Oh darn! The theme music went back on. She's gonna hate that.
Just like she doesn't know why it follows her everywhere. She's just she swore like every now and then she looks around the corner and there is just a literal bassist just following her, actually playing something. When she looks back, it's gone.
It's got like a beret and like a cigarette holder, and like just kind of peeks around the corner of an alley, and then
for whatever reason, he always has the expression on his face like out of every bar or out of every street that he could have ended up in, he just always ends up in this spot and sees this woman again. He doesn't understand why.
But he's been writing a lot of like overwrought diary entries about it.
Stop following me. Stop shouting Rosebud at me. Stop shouting.
I mean, honestly, she's lucky that she got stuck with a bassist and not a saxophone.
Mhm.
That would be annoying.
Way off in the distance, you just it's just like Turn the Page begins playing by Bob Seger. I'm just like, God damn it. Now the saxophonist, you had to say something, Jeff.
So Rainbow Man, where are you from? What do you do?
I save people. We should keep going.
From what? Themselves? You're like a guidance counselor?
Usually from assholes, frankly, but not like the kind that Snack wants, or I'd like, frankly. More
That is-
jerks.
A correct assumption, actually.
So you're like a high school principal, or?
I'm more like the Supergirl.
Oh, you're an actor. Sweet.
Rainbow, and he's just going to hover a little bit off the ground.
Man, that trick is so hard to pull off. I remember getting tangled up in the wires once.
I can't believe you find it that easy to get up.
Well, it depends on the day. If it's cold, it takes a little while.
That's okay, man. All of us have performance issues. It's it's normal. Oh, actually, I got something for that one in my pockets. Hold on.
And as you're talking in line, there is a fuzzy green Muppet character with feet sticking out of a can, who you know from news to be Hugo the Grump, in line, sort of hearing this exchange and going, I mean, the riffraff that we bring into these balls nowadays. I just, and he like goes into his can and closes the top and just uses eye holes, sort of hiding in the line. And there's other people in the line who are sort of talking to each other, but Jinrina has managed to sort of cut into the front of the line. Is everybody cutting in with Jinrina?
Mhm.
Oh,
So like you also hear,
I'm following the midnight snack.
you hear grumbling coming from in the can, but like an echoing, but there's really no like attempt to do anything about it. And as you like head into the archway is just made out of like bone and carved ivory, and just with a giant leering skull on the top of this building. The building is it's like almost like a 2-tiered cake. On the upper level, so like one really, really big open sort of ballroom area, and a little bit of a higher level where there's like a railing around so people can walk in like an upper balcony area. And then you know that the majority of it is underground. And Ali, actually, as you walk up to the people checking in and you see them using the iPads, and for a second you have a pang of the iPad, and then they did the iPad. Midnight snack though. You also notice that they have maps on their iPads. So were you to be able to do some more hacking or get into their iPad, you might be able to get a map of the place.
Again, when I get somewhere that's not like right in front of them.
You sure can.
Okay.
And you see two people who are in front, and they're wearing like they're rags, but stylized rags. Like they look like somebody wearing a costume to be a zombie that they maybe bought at Spirit of Halloween.
So
Like
street urchin been making fashion?
sort of,
Barely.
but like, yeah, like they're
So-
just, nobody really thought through the uniform very well. Yes, Alma.
Did you just transport us to Portland or something?
And one of them is short and blue and standing on a table with a big red curved hat.
Sounds like Portland.
And the other is sort of another sort of Muppet kind of figure who has a green fur, very gangly limbs, and a big red nose, and kind of looks over your shoulder at the Grump and sighs and rolls his eyes a little bit and goes back to his work. And he says, "Yes, next invite. Did you come from near or far? Near or far?"
You mean, are you talking to us or the guy from Aniseed Avenue?
No, no. Guys, I'm talking to all of you. I know where he comes from. I'm talking to all of you. Do you have your invites? And did you come from near or far?
Do you consider Calgary far?
I don't know where that is, so I'll say yes.
The answer is yes.
Yes. Yes. Invites.
I absently hand over the invite. It's held between two fingers because I've already pulled back out the thing I've been fiddling with and building the entire time. So I'm just kind of waving it impatiently, never quite where they can grab it as I'm still trying to build while I just hand it over.
Would you, if you got some assistance here, maybe I can't
sure.
grab the, hi.
I gently pluck the invite on the first try, put my invite beside it, and just hand them over.
And thank you. Put some spectacles on. And you can tell like he's got like a little bit of gray in his fur. Like this is like someone who's and like his fur is like a little bit like patchy, like it's been hugged a lot. And scans in the invites and says, all right, you're all through, have a good time. Oh, just a sec, complimentary cardigan adjacent party favors. And he hands out to all of you little packages, and you can decide which you get, but the packages have mittens, scarves, and hats, knitted mittens and knitted scarves and knitted hats. And every single one of them has a series of skull faces on them. And when you open the packages, what you hear is, ah, ah! Sounds like somebody being tortured. And it stops as soon as you like stop moving it around, once you settle on your head, around your neck. But yeah, here for everybody, so you can have a pleasant, warm evening.
I have a question. Is that sound louder than the squeak when Ali messed up hacking?
Yes, it is quite the loud noise.
I had to cover up another mistake if I happen to make one. Okay.
So just a question, is it, you said have a warm evening with these. Does that mean that it's quite cold inside? Because that affects some of our performance.
It is a little bit chilly. We do tend to keep the dungeon, the master tends to like keep it. Yeah. The Vod, the harpooner, like he tends to keep it like, very, very high.
I've been told that I like
The AC.
I can help heat things up, but that was from my ex-boyfriend. We still don't talk about him.
You go to making fires or?
No, I just give good hugs.
Are you someone who spends a lot of time with unicorns by any chance?
Was that who was that to? Jeff?
To the Muppet.
I haven't really seen a unicorn before. I do like hugs though.
Oh, I also like hugs. Would you like a hug right now?
How do you hug?
Well, if you come up and stand next to me, I'll put my head kind of over your shoulder and around your back, and that's how we hug.
And he like waves his arms and runs up to Midnight Snack and lifts his hands up and like.
And
careful, you don't want to get speared by the horn.
I do as I'm putting my giant horse head down on his back, I'm like looking at Allie and being like, the iPad.
Okay, I'm gonna have you roll crew so that you can help Allie roll heists.
Yeah, because Allie's just like, oh, beautiful unicorn right now.
I mean, this is the most aggressively like adorable thing Midnight Snack has done thus far. I feel like it's pretty suspicious.
Also, is anyone else having flashbacks to the imagining the gif of Kermit the Frog just flailing randomly while next to horse?
The moment the Grump showed up, I didn't get Oscar. The first thought was, oh, this is Kermit the Frog. I'm almost disappointed.
That is a 3 and my crew is a 5. So yes.
You're good. Okay, so Allie, you roll with advantage to steal the iPad that Clover left on the desk.
Come on. Oh, wait. Okay, sorry.
You're all good.
I was like muted for a second. So you said I roll with advantage, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And so 2d12, take the lower.
2d12, okay. Come on, dice, roll. I'm using a okay, that's a roll once more. A 7 and a 7.
All right, and what's your heist?
8.
Oh, so you
Wow, that's
succeed. You're
success.
good. You're good. You succeed. You've got that. You've got that other iPad. And Clover, when Midnight Snack rests their head on his back, just gives this like sigh and goes back to the table and hasn't yet noticed that the iPad is gone because he's too busy. Like, it's been a long time.
So we should like rush.
Yes, we should hurry.
I have already swept through into the ballroom. I'm waiting to be announced.
Wait, your
I'm
noble
gonna have to
steed
hurry
is
up.
coming.
Oh, goodness.
And your friend.
I could also be coming if you'd like, but I do need a bit of warning first.
Even though it's so cold?
Like I said, I'm pretty hot.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I will not live through this one shot.
As
I will long have departed the mortal coil long before this one shot ends.
long as it's just a little death.
Good. Well done.
Oh, Frank.
This is so appropriate. Okay. And actually, as Jinrina is waiting to be announced, and the other attendant at the front in the zombie costume, Daddy Murph, notices that you are in fact waiting, goes up and grabs the invites and says, knocks a staff on the table enough so that, you know, people kind of in the crowd can sort of hear music in the distance, and says, announcing the entrance of Queen Jinrina, the mostly evil, and her retinue, and announcing the entrance of Jeff.
Oh, they got so much worse.
There's just a little buzzing, and there's a couple people cover their shoulders, and then they go back to their dancing.
It was anticlimactic.
Now what?
I need to get to a corner or somewhere to try this iPad. There's a map on it.
Ooh, okay. A corner or somewhere where we can be discreet.
Somewhere we could be discreet. Dark corners are usually good for that.
They
You know,
are.
where nobody can see what we're doing.
I mean, I'm very familiar with some dark corners. Let me see. I glance around for dark corners.
Okay. So I'm going to describe the scene, and then I'm going to tell you why I want you to roll queer on this. So
Oh, no.
the scene is a lot of people, of multiverse folk, like just from everywhere. You've got people glowing with like cartoon light. You've got people like who are puppets who actually have attendants who are there like puppeteering them. You've got you know, plenty of people from epic fantasy land as well. And you hear just like very formal music, like da na 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 na, and they're doing that like kind of formal kind of like, you know, Renaissance dancing where everybody's just in pairs and very stiff. And the only thing about this crowd that isn't is these like cardigan hats and gloves and scarves. And every once in a while one shifts and you hear like, ah, happening somewhere in the crowd. They're just like every once in a while they pop up. Now, Jeff, being familiar with dark corners, the problem, of course, is that this is a giant open ballroom.
Yeah.
But you know how to find the broom closets. You know very well how to find the broom closets. We talked
Fun
about
love.
this one in session 0. So you can roll against queer to find a dark corner.
As long as it's not a 12. Yep, find a dark corner.
All right. There is a broom closet out, and you can kind of see there's some actual zombie attendees, and then there's some people who are just in zombie costumes, and you can see someone in a zombie costume and another zombie sort of like coming in and out of that closet, sort of getting some stuff for the musicians. Like there's also a door to the kitchen that you can see that seems to like lead to some stairways, to some stairs going down to get into a kitchen. So you can see a broom closet and stairs to a kitchen.
So if you want quick and easy, I recommend that broom closet over there. Only it'll fix maybe max 2. If you're looking for 3 or more and you don't mind waiting a little bit, down the steps you go, and there should be a dark corner somewhere around the corner, probably the pantry, where you can get general experience would say 5. With extra room for, ankle work.
Well, I would say the closet usually, but there's a few of us and we all need to be able to work together. So let's go down to the kitchen.
Unless you need a distraction.
I'm gonna go make a spectacle of myself. I'm going to go cuss out Vlad. There's only a kingdom between us. He and I have a long-standing rivalry. We like to talk shit about how evil the other is. I think I'm going to go bother him. It would be more suspicious if I didn't.
Okay, now I'm going toward a closet. I spend time in closets.
I'll just.
We're supposed to do the opposite.
Yeah, we're all set now.
Where was Rainbow when you needed him?
Oh, I spend tons of times in closets, just with other people.
That sounds much more pleasant.
Yeah, you can find a lot of room in the closet if you know where to look.
Oh, I've heard of this game that people play that involves closets. It's called 7 Minutes in Heaven. And it's supposed to be just the most fun game in the entire universe.
Yeah, we should play that.
Oh, if you want fun, you should try Quickie.
Quickie? Ooh, how do you play Quickie?
Well, it's simple. It takes 7 minutes in heaven, and you get even more heavenly with it.
Oh, I like this
Unfortunately, it
game.
often ends in disappointment, depending on how long they last. Sorry, I had to.
What are we doing?
We're not doing anything. This is for our own entertainment. This isn't even for anyone else's. This is for our own.
Absolutely.
I had an actual thought I wanted to follow up with, but you set that up too well. You caused this. I didn't start this. I will finish it, though.
Well, I think if I go in the closet, nothing else is going to get done except for the 7 minutes in heaven. So I might support Jinrina, and then I'll meet up with you in the closet, and then we can do some fun things.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, so Jinrina and Midnight Snack are heading toward where Vod is on the dance floor. Allie, you're heading toward the closet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Question before they do, does anyone have mittens that they got as their swag?
I'm sure somebody got mittens. Who got mittens?
And can I have them to go on my front paws?
I mean,
Yeah, Allie will
you
give
could
the
have had mittens as your swag.
But
Can I get someone to put my mittens on my front paw, on my front hooves?
I mean, Allie volunteered.
Jinrina points out you definitely needed 4, though, so at least 2 of us had to have gotten it.
You can wear I got mittens and you can wear mine.
Oh, and Allie, you said that you would help?
Yeah, definitely. I'll help.
Oh,
That's
that's so
responsible.
special.
You know what they say, no glove, no love.
That's very safe and responsible of you, Jeff.
Allie's very
was just-
gentle helping with the mittens.
All right, so you have the mittens on your hooves,
I have the mittens
Allie's-
on my hooves.
and Allie's heading toward the broom closet. And what are Elma, Rainbow, and Jeff doing?
Rainbow?
I was gonna let Elma go, but Rainbow is working on a ball-shaped device filled with prisms.
Okay.
I'm going to make a distraction when we're ready. I think it will lighten up the evening.
So Rainbow and Jinrina on distractions.
Mhm.
Alma, Jeff.
Go ahead,
I
Alma.
also had a distraction idea as well. A lot of us
Hey,
understood what our
multiple
purpose was.
distractions, not a bad thing.
I will let Jeff go because mine is very ridiculous, but I shall let Jeff have the floor first.
Sure, I'll find a nice hard pole of some kind, lean on back, and just keep my eyes open.
My thought for distraction was as a nice change of pace. I don't know why I got inspired by this and thought of this at this moment, but I thought of a scene from What a Girl Wants, that had Amanda Bynes in it, where I'm just imagining that like Alma like just says in her head, all right, it's time we get the stuff. It's time we blow this scene and get the crew together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam. And then she points over in a corner where she knows the bassist is hanging out again, and seeing if she can get the bassist and the saxophonist to take over for whoever's playing the music right now and play something much more up tempo to cause like much more of a havoc and a rustle going on. So it just turns into like swing jazz music all of a sudden, or at least that's what that's the intent of what I'm trying to do.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to do a bunch of rolls here. All right. And let's start with the distractions, and then we're going to move to Allie because Allie's got the crucial piece. Yeah. All right. Let's start with Midnight and Jinrina. Vod is in the middle of the dance floor. This is sort of like the dances are sort of arranged in concentric circles with Vod in the middle. And Vod is dancing with, oops, I'm not on the right page for my words. Vod is in the middle dancing with Chime. Chime is a young woman with a big poofy blue dress and is famous for her love affair with the monster. She's Chime and the monster. And she's dancing with Vod, the harpooner, and in the middle of the dance floor.
Midnight is walking very carefully behind Jinrina.
I weave through the dancers, walk up behind this in over her head, self-important little peasant girl, put my head right on her forehead and push her out of the way.
And you hear a little bit of a yelp, and then she's sort of like, well, he kind of smells anyway. And she goes and dances with someone else. And in fact, you do notice that Vaughn the harpooner, a little bit fishy, a little bit of a fishy smell. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
So we go ahead, hands back to back, start our dancing. Bad, you pretentious fuck. It's cold in here.
Jinrina, you incompetent beauty. It is, in fact, exactly the right temperature in here. You could, I suppose, take off your cardigan dress. I've had a little to drink tonight at my party. Take off that cardigan dress if you need to in order to be comfortable in my cold environment.
Bad, you incompetent fuck. Once again, that's the exact opposite of what one does when they're cold. What is the point of your party tonight, darling? I had things to do, better things than being here.
The point of my party is to get cold and have fun.
This is like that thing in Vale all over again. It ended with an avalanche and 80 dead villagers.
It was a wonderful time.
It took days to dig out.
I don't know why you bothered.
Because the other option was that I continued to be stuck with you. Eventually, I had to eat you or get out. I would rather starve to death. I got out.
Plenty of other people have made different decisions in your position, but that's all right. We have no need to unify our houses. And he continues to dance. And in fact, he is like very, very distracted by the insults coming his way. Let me have you roll against Heist while you're doing it. Actually, though, Midnight, what are you doing to support Jinrina? Before you roll, Jinrina, what are you doing to support Jinrina?
Very carefully keeping, again, very carefully walking, constantly staying behind Vad, just ready in case there's an opportune moment to make a very loud noise.
Awesome. I'm going to have Jean Rena go ahead and roll, and then your crew roll Midnight Snack will come if there's an opportunity where you want to make a really loud noise.
All right. My heist is a 7 and I rolled a 3. Nice.
All right. You're all good. Okay. Vod seems very absorbed in this argument and a little on the flirty side. Once you said something about eating him, he just really just a little on the flirty side now. Let's have Alma and Rainbow. Rainbow first. Let's do your gadget.
All right. He's essentially making a rainbow shooting disco ball.
Okay. Roll against Heist.
Because it is drab as fuck in here.
It is indeed drab as fuck.
Would this count as my gadgeteering with the device?
Yes, it would.
Okay.
Absolutely would.
That's good because it was a 1 and a 10, and I'd much prefer the 1.
Probably you would. Okay. So what do you do? What does this look like when you set this up?
Like I said, this is a disco ball of prisms with a light inside. And I'm just going to fly up and kind of hang it on the ceiling. And then press a button to fill the room with rainbows and sparkle.
So at first you see people just a little bit like, what's and a couple of people like some of the more like gothy folks, but then you see a lot of more like the cartoon and the Muppet people being like, kind of getting their hands up, sort of like really getting a little bit looser. Awesome. Alma, why don't you roll?
All the way up, and it's the gayest, most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Vod, like, what? What are we? What? Who's? Huh? Oh, hi.
Oh, hello.
I am probably the most beautiful thing you've ever seen.
Yes.
Yes, very observant of you. And he goes back to dancing. Alma.
I have a recording to do tomorrow, and I'm just imagining Ulfrig's audio wave when they said that. I was just doing one of these up and down. So the music kicks in, and I actually want to play off of Rainbow's the prism effect, if you're okay with this, Rainbow.
Of course.
The rainbow effects, the way they start the beats when they start flashing at different spots line up with the hits on the music that's going in. So you hear ba-dum, 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 and it just the lights begin flashing in that order. And then there's like an array of lights that follow the bass line. Then there's an array of lights that follow the saxophone that's playing. And then there's an array of lights that are following like the rest of somehow there's a big band playing, but there's only like 3 people on the stage. They've just somehow created more sound around them. And just like Alma, for no reason whatsoever, is just there and like has what looks like it's a cigarette lighter, but it's not anything like that. She's like, fuck. When she realizes it is, when she like tosses it out, she's like, oh God, this tastes terrible. Why does that always follow me?
And did I have you roll?
I rolled and I had 1 and a 6, and they both work because my heist is 9.
Nice. Okay. So and did I cut you off of the detail? I'm sorry.
No, it's just big swing jazz, big band playing in sync with the rainbow disco ball. This is, in fact, one of the gayest things I've ever had in a one shot. Thank you.
So 2 things happen. One, another detail of the disco ball, because I realized I forgot to describe Vod. And Vod, the harpooner, big cape with like a big whatever this sticking up collar that you get with Dracula's is, but instead of red on the lining, it's orange. His color is orange, and big long fangs, slicked back hair, but like a bit of a cowlick. So slicked back hair, but he's never been able to like 100% get it slicked back. And what happens when the prism rainbows from the disco ball hit him? Everyone else, they're kind of like like some of them are into it, some of them not. But when they hit him, there's like a hissing sound and a little bit of smoke comes off. And like his cape is starting to get like a little bit singed, and he's like, he's not interacting well with him. So that's one of the things that happens. One of the others, now that the swing music is hitting, You know those like musicals you see where like all of a sudden like everybody is like super skilled at swing dancing, and you get like people with like many layers of skirt who are being thrown over people's shoulders, and like all of that, like everybody is in that except for Vod in the middle. And depending on what Jean Rena and Midnight Snack do, Vod is looking like, what is going on here? I don't understand. This is not how we dance at my party. Oh my goodness, I just think I saw that person's underwear. It was kind of pretty. What are we doing here?
And go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Midnight Snack reaches down with her horn and touches each of her mittens, and every time one of her hooves hits the ground, like just explosions of like rainbow colored hearts and glitter just fly up into the air.
Lovely.
She starts prancing around, like touching her horn to all of the other cardigan party favors so that they are similarly enchanted.
And you get aw from all the party favors.
Yo, it's a raid!
And I want to cut over to Allie because Allie's been waiting for a bit. Jean Rena, did you have something you wanted to do first to react to what's going on the dance floor?
Yes. For that, I grab him and I give in to the magic of Fantasyland and perfectly done choreography. So now he's being dragged along as the follow, not the lead partner in the center, because it's his party. So we are now the two dancers that the entire dance is centered around, and he's the only one not caught in the choreography magic. So I'm just dragging him around.
Please tell me you try to throw him over your shoulder at some point.
Oh, I do throw him over my shoulder. I'm quite large. I'm large and wonderful. Jinrita is 6'1" and like 250 pounds of excellently layered fat and muscle. Bitch is an Amazon. She flung him like a little weed. It was adorable. He's so mad.
Meanwhile, Allie, you approach the broom closet, and while this distractions happened, there was like a tough, dense, muscular-looking dwarf out in front of that door, looking grumpy. But as this sort of thing started to happen, he's like now leaning back and like, and paying attention to the dancers.
So Allie's gonna look back at the this beautiful rainbow disco celebration and then go into the closet if the dwarf isn't paying attention.
Yeah, dwarf's not paying attention. Dwarf says, this works.
Yeah, she's in there by herself while, everything else is going on.
And I'm going to count that as a collective successful crew roll. So you can roll against Heist with advantage. And you would get advantage anyway, actually, because you're a hacker.
Okay, let's see what I get. Please give me a good roll. Come on, roll nicely for me, dice. Why is this going so slow? I'm sorry, I'm using a dice roll app.
No worries.
And
it's building up the suspense.
Are dice being bad? Do they need punishing?
They have to be nice to me. I'm in the closet while everybody else is having this beautiful, beautiful party.
Oh.
That is a bummer. Without mittens even.
Right. I'm like sadly, watching everybody else from the closet. I got a 5.
Got a 5. Okay.
Was it Heist you said or Crew?
Yeah, Heist.
8. So that's
awesome. That's a success. So when you open it up, you get another but like like happy sounding and you open it up, and there's a list of guests, and there is a list of guests with like a little check mark, not a check mark, sorry, a little circle next to some of them and a check mark next to most of them, and there's a map, and the map shows the bottom couple of layers of the dungeon.
Okay.
And what I will do is, I think this is a good time for break if Rosie's around. I think hopefully Rosie's around. And let's take a break and I will tell you what's on the map when we come back from break. Break, Rosie. Break time. If not, I didn't give a warning, so I will describe the map while we're waiting. Because that's my bad. I did not give you a warning. That was on me. I did not give you a warning. So yeah, if you can take us to break, we'll take a break and then I'll describe the map. goodness, I'm so
Hello.
excited to be back. This is like such a fun queer heist crew, such a fun, punny, raunchy, swing dancy, disco ball-y queer heist crew. And I'm your nervous GM, Jen, and we're gonna go right back into the action in a minute. But before we do, I wanna remind all of us why we're here. We're here to try to raise funds for Extra Life, for the Children's Miracle Network of Hospitals for Children. And they provide funding for treatment, for equipment, and also funding to help families who are going through this. And anyone who's gone through serious illness knows there's all sorts of expenses and all sorts of stressors that go with being in the situation of needing intensive health care. When a child is involved or your child is involved, even more so. So please, please, please donate. We are at $771 out of a goal of $1,200. That's amazing. This is the first day. That's awesome. Please keep it coming. If you cannot afford to donate or you just want to, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. They're matching dollar for dollar any subscription that you do during this weekend. And even if you can't afford to donate, if you have a Prime sub sort of sticking around in the back of your Twitch account, go ahead and use it here and they'll match you dollar for dollar for I almost called it Everlife and then I almost called it Everclear. Extra Life. It's called Extra Life. That's what it's called. Donate to that. You can get the link for donating by writing in the chat, !Extra Life, not Everclear, not whatever other BS I almost said, Extra Life. All right, so back to the action. Outside of this broom closet, Allie, you hear swing dancing. You hear like the sound of the swing band. You hear people like gasping and shouting out of fun. You hear the sound of feet and little rainbow sparkles kind of going into the sad little window at the very top of the broom. You know those ones that are so high up that no one could ever actually really look at them without getting on a stool? You can see little lights coming through, but you break the code on your iPad. And what you see there is a map of 3 levels of this dungeon. You see one level that has a kitchen, an office, and a break room. You see a level underneath it that has Hall of Curiosities, Tickle Chamber, and Hall of Mirrors. And then one third level that is just called Rue, R-U-E, Rue.
Since I have no idea what to do, can I keep it up on my iPad as I like run out to find the rest of the crew?
You sure can.
Like excitedly run out.
Yeah. Allie comes bursting out of comes skipping out of the broom closet.
All like the rainbows and like they're skipping into this cloud of rainbow confetti.
And I would say, Jeff, you probably have Allie come skip by you because you were setting yourself up to be able to see everything that was going on and you're not in the dancing.
Yep. Jeff has been like sitting with crossed arms, just bobbing his head to the beat. Yo. Did you find it?
Yes, I found it. Let's go tell Midnight Snack.
Wait, hold on. Let him do the conga first.
Do we get to do the conga too?
I mean, if you want to, this is about it. Like it's a consent-based system. If you feel comfortable conga, go conga. I'll hold on to your tablet.
Every time Midnight kicks her hooves out to the side, the mittens give the little ah.
Well, I can feel the beats. I'm gonna conga to the beat.
And everyone's starting to get into this spiral conga line, and like the people with mittens are feeling really cool because they see what Midnight Snack is doing, and they're starting to do it too. But in the middle is Jinrina with Vod over her shoulder. What do they do while this conga line is forming?
So I spin him down off my shoulders, set him on his feet, and he's annoyed. He does not know how everything has gotten so out of hand, and it's making him suspicious. But he can't see anything. There's a couple hundred whirling people in a conga line of glitter and hearts and stuff kicking all up around us. So he's spinning around, and now I'm spinning around him, still dancing, but trying to stay between him and where he's looking. And I don't know what he's looking for because I'm still caught in choreographed magic. I just know I don't want him to see it.
So he kind of gets hints about the conga line behind you, but then like sees you in front of the okay, we're dancing now. What is going on over there? We're very, very awkward. Most awkward vampire you've ever seen in your life. And remember, everybody, you have your comm devices too, from Allie.
Once you're done dancing, Allie's got a tablet for you to go through, so just enjoy yourselves. This is nice.
Oh, I'm never done dancing. Is Allie not dancing?
Right at the back of the conga line to your left.
Ooh. And Midnight Snack is going to like prance out of their spot in line and go join right behind Allie.
If anyone else wants me to find their partner for them, just do let me know.
Wow, Allie, you're a really good dancer. So enthusiastic.
Wow, thanks. This is so much fun. I love this.
Isn't it? I could dance with you all night.
Yeah, we should.
Hey, folks, if there's just one thing I gotta say, it's do remember to love each other in all the ways possible.
Well worked in. Well done. And I do have to say, with Midnight Snack, also, you're having this little flirty conversation with the screams happening when Midnight
Oh,
Snack.
yes.
What's everyone else doing?
I went first last time,
reacting.
so
Jeff is just bobbing his head to the music. If someone's like, hey, I want to dance with that cute person over there, they'll like direct them through the dance floor. That's just playing wingman.
What's Rainbow doing?
I was waiting because I went first last time, but for our my brain just died for Alma to go, but I can go.
No, just go. Angela is malfunctioned and needs to reboot and needs a minute or two.
Okay.
I was kind of,
Angela.x has stopped working. Please reboot and check the task manager in a few seconds.
I've been watching your reaction. Just this is fantastic. You keep
That's
doing
why
that.
I'm on most streams. That's my role, just to die off screen.
Rainbow, what are you up to?
Rainbow is gonna go ahead and pop over to Jeff. Is that map still up, Jeff? Oh, I didn't do the right voice.
Here you go. Yep, here. I just hold out Allie's tablet. Although Allie's the one who did all the work. I'm just holding it, you know. I've got big hands, so I'm good on grabbing things.
I kind of just look at it and, well, the tickle room, do you think? Or it's got to be this weird labeled one, right?
I mean, they're all kind of weirdly labeled to me. I would have gone straight for the basement. See this door right here in the rear?
Oh,
No entering spot. Yep.
I've heard you would know.
We've got a lot of experience. You know, and no complaints yet. What about you? Huh?
Excellent.
A lot of experience? Any complaints?
A hero never tells.
Oh, I'm sure I could get you to use that mouth for something.
Having been listening through my headset but unable to respond because I am so close to Vad, I hear that the map is up into an elaborate set of movements that everyone else drops out of the conga line and picks up, so that we are doing, have you ever seen those big circle dances where they all start weaving in and out of each other, starts taking weird shapes? I start leading people into one of those so that partners are swapping in and out. And as I swing by each crew member, I grab them into the dance and drop them out next to the door to the next level down.
Would be the kitchen door.
Next to the kitchen door.
Oh, what a night. First there
Nice.
was swinging, and then I got to dance with Allie, and now we're all swapping partners.
Isn't that the same thing? Okay, so you are all gathered in front of the kitchen after that fantastic move. I'm not even rolling for that. That was great.
So how do you want to do this?
Well, I think Allie's the one running the show as far as guiding, but I think you're right. Down in the basement is the most likely place for the gem.
It's true.
Yeah, I agree. Allie's like distracted again.
So what? We reach into his basement, just pull it out.
I mean, sometimes you've got to pull the jewels out from down there.
But do we want to go right for that area? Sometimes it's nice to, warm things up by checking out a couple other spots,
Oh my goodness.
We do have to find whoever the informant was.
The tickle room seems like it could be a good place to warm up.
Tickle room? We're going there.
And I will helpfully show Midnight Snack where it is on the map.
We must go. My people
just,
need me.
Are we just trying to make one? Are you trying to figure out who's gonna fall apart first? Is that the goal
I
here?
think
There's
so.
no need. It's already been decided.
The only goal in this entire game at this point is how many of us can we make completely fall apart in what order.
That's been my goal from the
there's
start.
Yeah.
man.
I volunteer as
The moment Midnight
tribute for the
Snack
first.
got the okay.
And you know what? As the GM, not opposed to this goal in any
Okay.
way.
So we got one person for the tickles. Who's gonna check out the undercarriage, huh?
I think I'll go ahead and reach around the back.
Jen, what other rooms are in this place? 'Cause I forgot.
The first level of the dungeon is the kitchen, the office, and the break room. And the next level is the Hall of Curiosities, the Tickle Chamber, and the Hall of Mirrors. And then the final level is Root.
I'm going to root.
I'll check out the Hall of Curiosities. I've been told I can get curious.
So the way that it go on, sorry.
Well, light does reflect well off of mirrors, so I'm happy.
Which way do you think the doors swing on this one, huh?
Definitely both ways.
In and out.
Oh boy.
True. Every exit
So-
can be an entrance if you try hard enough.
So I will take a moment out of that to describe a little bit of the layout. So you go down into the kitchen and you can actually split at that point into the kitchen, the office, or the break room. And either the kitchen or the break room will get you down to the next level. You can split the Tickle Chamber, the Hall of Mirrors, or the Hall of Curiosities, but you don't know how to get to the last level. There's no sense of where the stairs are to the last level.
So if we want to go down, we're going to have to do some careful handling.
Okay, into the kitchen y'all go, yes? I'm going to say you go into the kitchen. Down into the kitchen you go.
Mhm.
And you see a fairy all decked out in goth attire, a tiny little pixie, who is putting decorations on a very big black and red frosting, sorry, black and orange, because Vaz colors are orange, black and orange colored frosting cake, just kind of flitting around with the wand, who just sort of looks over his shoulder and goes, oh, hi, hello, hi,
What's with What's with the Halloween cake? It's November.
What do you mean Halloween?
Halloween, red, black, and orange. Everyone knows it's Halloween.
Oh no, Halloween is when we do all of the pretty colors like pink and blue.
Oh, so the cake is supposed to be pink and blue? I can help make it pink and blue.
Oh no, goodness, no, we've worked very hard to get it done.
It's gonna be a Halloween cake. I guess you gotta make it pink and blue. Can you just like tap your horn on it?
Yeah.
Irina, what's
And-
your heraldry colors?
Ooh.
Black on black on black. It is my crook look. That's okay. My sister laughed.
No, I laughed, but my immediate thought was like, I see the friend of cat hairs everywhere. Just imagine every herald band, like Herald's shield, just covered in cat hair because of how deep black it is.
Okay, you can't see them because they're all pretty well trained to stay out of my way when I'm streaming, but I have 4 solid black cats and a black dog in the room with
Yes.
me. At one point before we went to break, the dog was here directly next to me and 2 cats were at the bottom. But yeah, no, there's a reason so many of my clothes are black. My house is populated with black assholes.
Mine is gray, so even black or white does not help matters.
I'm sorry. Your house is populated with black assholes.
Yeah, it's me, my sister, my kid, my cats, and my dog. Just a whole house full of black assholes.
I needed to open the door for that. Maybe I need you to say it. Oh God.
There you go.
So the question remains: is Midnight Snack able to turn the cake into Jinrina's heraldry colors?
I would sure like to try. So yeah, I'll take the tip of my horn and stick it ever so gently in the layers of frosting that surround this cake.
All right. And Jinrina, describe what the cake looks like as it takes on the form of your house.
The cake goes from an overly wide, squat, and slightly lopsided black and orange monstrosity to a 4-layer black on like charcoal black with black like sugar sprinkles. It's a 5-layer. It's got swirls and a French Rococo design. Like it has gone from a nailed it cake to the cake that won the Great British Bake Off, but all in black and with lots of disco dust.
Snack, you might have you might have popped one of those cherries over there.
Oh, I can replace it.
Probably a good idea.
Oh, all right. Maybe if I blow on it, then that will repair the cherry.
And actually, as you do that, the fairy like kind of goes back in the breeze of your breath, and okay, just a moment. This is beautiful. And just a second.
Isn't
and
it?
Yes, good job. But actually, I've been contracted to make this cake. So just a second. And he flicks his little wand, and like Tinkerbell, how Tinkerbell like kind of signs something, and saying the same thing, but signs it Twinkerbell.
Can I get Did you? No, you didn't just.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Can
Bless you,
Jeff? Can Jeff use the force of his mundaneness to get in the way?
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna have you roll against queer. Yeah.
What does that mean? What does it?
Queer is against when you're doing literally anything else other than crew or heist, and this is definitely not about helping the heist. Roll a 5.
By the force of his mundaneness, I just mean Jeff. That's it. Jeff just is existing in the space in which the spell would take place. So nothing happens.
It like pops and crackles and then doesn't quite come out, and Twinkerbell kind of.
Oh, that's okay. It happens to everyone at some point or another.
Yeah. Oh, I actually got something for that one in pockets. Give me a second.
Just never happened to me before.
He's very
so
handsy. I
embarrassing.
mean, handy.
This is really embarrassing. I'm so sorry.
Maybe if I just like finger it a little bit. Sorry, hold it a little bit.
Hey, my wand?
Yeah, just let me. And maybe just like, should I grab it by the tip?
Oh, here you go. And he hands his wand over.
And I accidentally break it.
Oh.
Oh no!
Oh, I am so
no!
sorry.
You
Look,
have now
you know,
become the worst person in the world.
I am. It has to stay black. I'm fixing it. I'm so sorry.
Sign my name. I don't want to get fired. I was just gonna sign my name so they think maybe that was it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean
It's
to
okay.
take
It's
over
okay.
your
Do you
cake.
got any
It was
extra
beautiful.
frosting? Do you got any cream somewhere?
There's like a big and he flies over and gets a big bowl of frosting.
You know, I actually used to work in a cake shop, but then I left because it was a bit too creamy for me. I'm gonna fill a piping bag with cream and write the word Twinkerbell on top of the cake. If that was just what it's for. There you go.
Thank you. We've been trying to unionize, and we have to be very careful about, staying between the lines until we finish with the voting. So I really appreciate you helping me. I'm sorry, beautiful, sweet unicorn. I don't mean to take over your beautiful design, but I just thank you.
No problem. I started a union once. Well, help start. It was about me and like 8 other dudes.
Rainbow is going to put a support local 666
Definitely. Now that's yes.
on the back of the cake, just like a little.
Nice. You doing it so that Twinkerbell sees it, or that Twinkerbell does not see it?
So Twinkerbell doesn't see it. It's not necessarily for them.
Yeah. Lovely. So that's on the back of the cake.
Mm-hmm.
Twinkerbell signed on the front. And can I help you in any way? Is there anything that you need from me?
I mean, do you mind if I lick up the rest of this? Because it's pretty tasty.
Yeah, you can do. Yeah,
Sweet.
Oh, okay. I have chips and dip. I have some carrot sticks. Yeah, I feel strange today. I'm a little
water
out of sorts. I think I am gonna get some water. I'm gonna get some water. And he goes and finds a thimble and fills it with water and just.
Oh.
See, I told you, I'd have a tendency to just heat up the room. I don't know why.
I don't know what's come over me anyway. Is there anything else that you need from me? Anything that you would like for me to?
Yeah, how experienced are you with rear entrances?
I mean, there are a lot of them here.
Oh, so you can show us how to go in the back way?
Well, it depends. Where do you want to go?
I mean, we need to find the bottom. You know where we can find the bottom?
You mean the Roo room?
Yeah. What do you know about the Roo room?
Well, we're not, most of us aren't allowed there. I'm not 100% sure how people get there. I just know that something in the Hall of Curiosities, I don't know. Whenever they go down there, that's the last place that I hear them before they just, disappear for a little while.
You hear them?
Oh, yes, in the Hall of Curiosities.
What do you hear them doing?
Oh, it's sort of like a scream chorus.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's sort of a scream chorus, and they go in there, and then you hear the chorus, and I don't know if they're like rehearsing or something like that, and then they do the scream chorus, and then it stops, and they disappear for a little while, and then they come back, and they have mittens and hats and scarves.
Oh no.
Well, we already have mittens and hats and scarves, so we'll be fine.
Yes, I mean, if you already have them and you don't want any, then you don't really need to go to the Roo room. I don't really know if it's good for anything else. They seem to take it very seriously since we're not allowed to go there to see the big store of mittens and gloves and scarves. But,
Hey,
don't you like to scream
do you like
sometimes?
Go ahead.
Don't you like to scream sometimes?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not part of the chorus. I don't really have a voice that's really, my voice is very high pitched, and when I scream, like only dogs can really hear it. So, it's not. It's just. I just.
Yeah.
Whew,
I'm more of a
yeah,
goner myself.
very
I-
strange people. Very strange people. I don't. Yes.
I gotta say, if we're y'all, I think there are people being turned into these mittens and scarves and hats.
I'm wearing people on my hooves.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time, but probably.
Well, the other one said it was okay. This is a little different.
Give me my phone. That's
I-
fine. That's fine.
I
It's
have a
fine,
very
it's fine, it's
random
fine, it's
question. The mittens aren't green by any chance, are they?
No, they are
Okay, so
not
they're-
mitten
That's fine.
green
They're
people.
not. They're not soylent green.
Soylent green.
Okay.
Okay.
I was
bless you.
yeah.
Are they
I was trying to
black
figure
or-
out how to get there.
You wear them out in the woods so they get soiled, and then they're soylent green mittens. No, they're not green. They're black
The
and white.
walk up to that phrasing was
Hang on,
still impressive, though.
I got the
Uh,
phone.
okay, I have.
I'm on the phone.
I'm okay. I can't remember what I was gonna do after the last string of jokes that have happened. Never mind.
What jokes?
Hey, Twinkle
Yeah, yeah.
Girl, do you
Yes,
like shiny things?
I love shiny things. Shiny things are wonderful.
Do you know if there are any shiny things hidden somewhere in here?
Somewhere in where?
Like this castle tower dungeon place?
Oh, I mean, things are pretty, dusty and moldy and covered with ichor here.
That doesn't sound pleasant.
It wouldn't have been my first choice of employment, really. Now that you mention it, I really wouldn't have chosen to work. I think some of the zombies are very happy with the overall environment, but it wouldn't have been my first choice. It's kind of gross. I have to take showers a couple of times when I get home.
Hey,
Uh,
oh, go ahead, Alma.
would you be interested in other employment? I know someone who might. I know somewhere you might be able to get other work if you'd like.
What kind of work could I get?
It's mostly on the managerial sort of level and a little bit of bureaucracy, but it works out. You get some nice benefits. Plus, my partner would be more than happy. My partner's pretty great about it. Helps train up a lot of new folks who get involved. Her boss really isn't the best, but
Oh.
her boss isn't really know half the time what's happening, so she's just kind of taken over. in a
Oh, okay,
way.
well, I'm mostly good at baking and granting wishes. Is that on the list of things that you need people to be able to do for these management roles?
Yeah, a lot of people could use wishes. I mean, here, why don't I just set this here? And she puts like a little card that changes, like it has like a sort of like retro sci-fi kind of vibe to it, where it like shrinks down to the size of the pixie. For whatever strange reason, it has the same heraldry symbol that Jinrina's has, but it has the name of whoever's the person who works under Jinrina as the actual like name. I was like, this is my girl. This is my partner's card. I'm sure she'll be able to get back to you at some point.
Now I have to pause and ask: are we having a character reveal right in this moment?
Sure.
Because I will roll with that. I will for sure roll with that.
I'm basically just inserting it as I'm the partner who hasn't been mentioned of the actual person running Jinrina's kingdom.
I'm down with that. And Jinrina, you had no idea that Faust even had a partner. But oh, thank you so much. I will make this phone call. I really are they a pro union?
Yes, most assuredly.
Excellent, wonderful.
You will never hear them say that they are or anything of the sort. They really are.
It's one of those like nudge, nudge, wink, wink. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
It's one of those situations.
Oh, it's wonderful.
I don't know.
Okay.
I've never really known who the actual boss is. Never interacted with her whatsoever.
Oh, well, if I don't have to, that's fine. Because I would like to bake and grant wishes.
So
you'll be able to do that for sure. Do you know, like our friend Midnight Snack here was saying, do you happen to know where we could find She notes the description we were given at the beginning of the brief of the nice shiny diamond. You
I
know, we
wish
could
I
find
knew where the
something-
diamond of fabulosity was.
Oh,
Exactly that.
so my
Wish
wishes,
I was there.
I'm working on my wish skills right now. I'm very good at people wishing things like, warts away and, wishing that their friend would give them a text back and not leave them unread. I'm pretty good at that. But finding diamonds, I wouldn't be working this job if I could find them. Maybe I could help, I don't know, give you like a little bit of extra awareness so you can see things that are harder to see.
Yeah, I really wish that I could find things better on this iPad. I've just had so much trouble today. I've been distracted by something really, really nice, but I'd like some help with, figuring this out.
Oh, okay. I can probably get an iPad to stop glitching. What is it you want to use the iPad for?
Finding what's I just need to be able to get into all of the files on it. I keep forgetting my passwords and stuff.
Oh, goodness,
like,
yes.
could you just like unlock the passwords for me?
Yes. Okay. No problem. I learned this from a friend of mine. I'm working on my spell skills. Ready? Bippity boppity boo! And he points his wand. His wand is broken. He points the nub of his broken wand at the iPad, and it like sparks a little bit out the back. And he's, but on the iPad, you are able to see the password type itself in, and the password is VOD1234. And then you're able to get into the iPad.
So I can is there anything on the iPad since it's unlocked that I can find out where this diamond is?
Well, there are files. There's like a top secret files app on the front. There is the map.
There's an app?
It says
Not
top
even a
secret
file, it's
files.
just-
An app. It's a top secret files app. Yes.
Why didn't you try that app icon with a big lock on it?
Yeah, I'm gonna touch that icon.
Okay. The icon opens up and you see a couple of things. You see Diamond of Fabulosity. You see Queer Cabal. You see the egg. And you see Rue.
Okay, let's start with, I'll take, this is hard.
I really want to know what the egg is with everything else.
Yeah, we're pro trans rights here. We have to help eggs whenever we can.
I
But
mean,
we need to look at the diamond. That's what we really
That's
need.
true, that's
but
true.
also we could learn more about what they know about us if we click Queer Cabal.
Yeah. Do we have time to do more than one thing?
I mean, I can fit it in almost anywhere if we need to.
Well, if you think you can fit it in, then do it.
All right, I click Queer Cabal.
You get popping up onto the screen like a couple of like outlines like you'd see in like a like a cheesy mystery show of like a horse-shaped outline with a question mark and like a anthropomorphic cat-shaped outline with a question mark. You see, actually, let me actually just roll for this really quick. You actually see Midnight Snack identified on this list. You see 2 staff people who are like labeled suspects, Daddy Murph and Clover. Yes, and then you get after the Diamond of Fabulosity, and then you get a list of sort of like other heists that the Queer Cabal are suspected of having done.
Wait, Clover's last name is here? Clover here? Huh.
Da-da-da.
Their mother married into the name.
Okay, so Snack, it turns out that you've been identified.
As what?
as part of the Cabal.
I'm part of the Cabal? Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. I didn't know I was part of the Cabal.
What
Can I
did you-
delete all
Does that mean I
references
can
of-
keep dancing?
What did you think this was?
Wait, so you're all part of the Queer Cabal too?
I don't know if you'd noticed, but I'm really gay as hell.
Oh, I had noticed that.
Is
Yeah.
there any way I could delete any mention of Midnight Snack off of the, I guess, system that's the iPad's connected to?
Do you want to just delete it, or do you want to delete it without it like leaving a record that somebody
About
went in
leaving
and
a
deleted
record.
it? Yeah.
I don't want them
Yeah.
to identify Midnight.
Yeah. So this would be a roll as a hacker. So roll, and because you're a hacker, you can roll 2d12 and take the highest.
Lowest.
Okay.
Pick the lowest.
Oh, the lowest.
Lowest.
Ah! I ran this entire game once backwards.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
So yeah.
So I rolled, one of them was a 1, so I'm going to take that.
Nice. Yeah, definitely. That is an excellent, like, you've got it. So you not only have Midnight Snack deleted off there, you're pretty sure nobody could go in there and even find that Midnight Snack had been on there. And you're able to also like access a couple of voice recordings that were connected to some of these things, because this is a 1. And what you get are voices that you recognize. Clover's voice and Daddy Murph's voice, and they're please stop me tickling. Look, I'm talking about just stop me tickling. Just please stop me tickling. And you hear them saying, yes, we've been working for the Queer Cabal. We're just please, anything that you please stop. And yes, no, we'll drop the information so that they'll be lured here to your dungeon. We're so sorry.
I
Oh
guess
yeah,
we
I'm
know what the
deleting.
tickle room's
I'm making
for.
sure that everyone, like, we can hear it, and I'm deleting it. Like, you're not going to find us now.
That is a heinous misuse of tickling.
Nice work, Al. You totally defingered Midnight Snack.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
Yep. I'm going to hell after this. I'm going to
Oh, we all are.
Why don't all of you stay here? I'll go, and I'll be there by myself.
and
I
just
have a
like, at
certain-
least I'll be alone there. I'm horrified. I mean, like, this isn't how you treat people. You treat people with respect and consent and kindness. Sure, if they want to be tickled to death, you do it, but that's after they make that clear and after you set up a safe word. Look, I've tied down a lot of men, okay?
So it is clear that we've been set up here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So what else are we going to do now?
We should see if the gem's actually here, because we can still steal it.
Oh, yeah, click the back button and then click the Diamond of Fabulosity section.
Okay, I'll do that.
I vote we find these tickle monsters and give them a taste of their own medicine.
That too.
When you open the Diamond of Fabulosity, you see schematics that have been drawn up of the diamond and the way that it operates with the light, and like attempts to figure out how to drill into it to stop it from having that refractory
Oh.
effect while still maintaining its value. So that's what you get under that. Like and you can get the impression like they haven't quite, like the notes are like, maybe if we try this, maybe if we try this, and there doesn't seem to be a conclusion, but that is the effort that has been made so far in studying the Diamond of Fabulosity.
All right, Jinrina is offended and enraged. The Diamond of Fabulosity, upon a close look, is the most perfect rose cut, the size of a baseball, and these utter jackasses are about to ruin the faceting on the most beautiful diamond she's ever seen. At this point, it's not even about the magic. It's just about the artistry.
they are definitely going to make it much less beautiful.
That fucks up everything. He fucks up everything he touches. He could fuck up a soup sandwich.
Maybe he just needs to see his most fabulous self. Maybe if we could find the diamond and shine it on him, then and you see the wheels turning in Midnight Snack's head, and then she goes, "No, I lost it."
I'm thinking what we need to do, going off of what Midnight says, that we got to find a way for him to go deep, deep, help him go deep inside himself until we find that little bump of support and love that's inside of him. And we just hit that button again and again until he finally sees the light.
Can I pause this for a second though and say I just glanced over at the fundraiser and we're at $825.
Yes.
Yeah.
For Extra Life.
Thank you, donors.
That is amazing. Thank you. Keep it coming. I want to keep it. Did I just say that?
Yes, you did.
I just said that.
Remember
I'm gonna leave it there.
Remember,
Keep it
everything
coming.
we're doing right now is for the children. That's not helpful.
No, that's
No, so I want to see it at 850 or even 900 by the time we're done. That's my hope. That's what I'm hoping for. So keep it rolling. And back to the game. So that's the diamond one. And the other ones were Rue and the egg.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go ahead and click Rue.
I figured I shouldn't have even wait. Of course you're going to click them all. I don't know why I'm suspense.
Yes, all of them.
So Rue, you get basically it's a diary of somebody trying to figure out the psychology of Rue. And we don't understand, why does she just sit around and knit? There's, what do we feed her? Dead rats, crickets, vegetables. What do we feed this thing? And you get crying over egg? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
So we need to let Rue out.
They apparently stole Rue's egg. That's very unkind.
So I'm going to click on egg after we finish with Rue, so that we could break Rue and egg out if we have to.
You see two drawings of eggs next to each other, and one drawing is it's luminescent black, right? It's that shade of black with a little bit of iridescence on it that kind of shines off of the iPad. And there's another egg that's sort of like a dull gray, and they're right next to each other. And it's, you press one of them, and there's a little equation that goes on the top, and you see it change into the dull gray, while the dull gray one changes into the luminescent black one, and back and forth. And there's just a little bit of a arcane equation that happens.
So we let these out too?
My guess is that might mean it's in the Hall of Mirrors.
Well, isn't there a room called egg?
No, there's a room called Rue, but not a room called egg. There's the Hall of
Okay.
Mirrors, the Hall of Curiosities, and the Tickle Room.
And it
On the
sounds
next
like
level.
Curiosities goes downstairs. I think we need to get going though before they spring whatever trap they are plotting.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. We need to head to. I'm sorry.
We
the
need to
plane
make a
just-
move.
Make a move. That's something I can do. I just don't know where I'm moving to. Did we decide upon which room? 'Cause-
All of them.
I am less
And then I'm going to go
enthusiastic about the
downstairs.
tickle chamber now.
I'm
Hall of
really bad at
Curiosities,
making
Hall of Curiosities, Hall of Curiosities, Hall of Curiosities.
Sure, I'm bad at making the first move, so you can come up with that.
Oh, hint, hint, hint.
Oh, hey, Twinkerbell, can you do me a favor? Can you, if you're like interested in trying a big wish, can you make my boyfriend a bit more satisfied in how he looks? Because like I love him the way he looks, but he's got a bit,
Oh.
Oh, that's really beautiful. Do you have a picture of your boyfriend or something?
Oh yeah, I pull out my wallet. There's about 18 different pictures of them together.
Oh, this is wonderful. Okay, it would probably work better if you hadn't broken my wand, but that's okay. I'll do the best I can. Bippity boppity boo! And then there's just like crickets, and he's like, "Well, I mean, you have to go ask, go find out the next time you see your partner.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't. It's there's not really as much of an immediate effect, but it's a distance kind of spell. But I'm gonna do my hopefully.
Well, if
schmask
I'm
him.
lucky, odds are I
Okay.
go back and he's got like 3 different guys tied up. Okay, let's go.
Can I try to tape the wand together real quick?
You sure can. That's right. You made sure you had tape. You made sure you had tape. Hell yeah. Okay. Yes, definitely. That would be rolling against queer.
Okay, sorry, it's just taking a second for a roll. Three, and my score's an 8, so that's a success.
Yeah. So it's duct taped back together. And Twinkerbell like kind of, okay, I'm gonna actually do that wish one more time. I'm either gonna overdo it or I'll get it right where it needs to be. Bippity boppity boo! Have a great chat with your partner.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Wait, would a naked picture help? Because I've got a couple in here.
Oh,
He's okay with it. I'll reach out.
that's. I mean, it's all right. It's okay. I did the spell already. It's not a problem.
You sure? Because he's got that V. I mean, he doesn't think he's got that V, but he's got that V.
No, it's you know what? Perhaps you know what? I'm just gonna get out, and he takes out a tiny little iPhone and goes, I'm just gonna take a picture of your picture so that I can study it, and then I'm gonna study it so that I can make sure that I adjust the spell.
Of course. So this one he's given consent for. This one is given consent
Hey,
for. This
click.
one no consent. So.
Midnight
Okay, I'm not
Snack
gonna
is
take them with-
definitely looking over your shoulder, by the way.
All right, I will take these and study them, and then I will redo the spell as soon as I feel like I'm better equipped.
Just make sure you get a good grip on that wand, okay?
Oh, always. Okay, yes, definitely. So I think you said that you wanted to go to the Hall of Curiosities?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Down one level and to your left. 2 doors.
What am I even doing? All right.
We go there.
Rainbow immediately goes down and smashes the first door to the left. To the
The
left.
first door to the left, because
Yes.
Tinkerbell
Oh,
said
I'm
two.
aware.
Okay, you smash the first door to the left, and what you see is a room full of like almost like tinfoil stuff up on the walls. It's not really reflective, it's just shiny. And then like a bunch of staff people who the door opens, they go, oh, okay, and they get in front of you, and then they go, and then they look like they're waiting for you to walk in.
They have coat hangers on their heads. As
They do
well?
not.
Okay, just
Hey.
for my own sanity. I had to
Okay.
ask.
No, he's a vampire, so he can't have a mirror. So they're mimicking him, I bet. Out of character.
It's actually very good. That's
I mean, there's only like one way to see. Hold on. I just walk in, straighten my shirt. Wow.
Wow. There's like
Ooh.
3 others like in the back of the room, just like kind of.
Midnight
Walk out
Snack
and-
just walks in.
I'm like, they look a little bit like, and then one of them like shrugs and gets on all fours.
wait. Gets on a horse, or they get into
Oh,
an
on all
arranged-
fours. On all fours.
On
Sorry.
all
Yeah.
fours. I thought
on all
I heard you
fours.
say on a horse. Like,
No.
why is there suddenly a horse in here? What is going on?
And how is being a unicorn suddenly mean getting on a horse? Oh, you know what? this is confusing because there's two of us in the room. I'll get out and let you folks bend over. Hold on. I get out.
I didn't think about the potential of this room. But yes, whoever goes into the room, they mirror your actions and the words that you say, and look a little bit like they looked kind of bored when you came in. Like they're very enthusiastic in a like, I'm doing my job kind of way as you walk through the room.
All right. Jinrina wanders into the room. The thing she's building is now several pieces of whirling gears, a couple little smoke-filled orbs. It's not entirely together, but it's no longer a pile of junk. It's now several moderately sized pieces of something. So she's not looking at all the mirror people who are now, half of them are on all fours pretending to be a unicorn, and the other half are all just kind of doing this and occasionally turning around and bumping into each other.
Sorry. Sorry.
Hey, Alma.
Mhm.
Hey, Alma.
We're outside the door. God.
Sorry, we were enthusiastic. We've been kind of bored.
She walks back in and she starts handing out like small little pamphlets about unionization efforts in the workplace for no reason.
Yes.
And they break their concentration on being mirrors and just like kind of gather around and like start looking at them.
She just does like a tiny spiel and it's like, have any of you ever considered bounty hunting work? Like it doesn't pay well consistently, but you can definitely like occasionally get a really good score. And like you don't always need like the best kind of crew, even like
one of the zombies is like, does it accommodate, occasionally needing to resew on a limb, or is that
we don't judge.
That's
remember, you're your own your own kind of boss in a way. You just need your own transportation.
All right, and there's a union for that. That's what this is a union for bounty hunters.
I mean, yeah, you can get unions almost anywhere. I used to be a bounty hunter once until they want to started a television show about me and decided, yeah, that's not for me. More low key.
What do they call it? A light bug or something? What do they call it? I forget. What did the name they end up going with? Oh no, it's like Firefly or something. I don't remember. But I don't know.
Yeah, it was really tacky.
It just didn't implement a lot of its influences very well. It just felt kind of shoehorned in.
Also, like, y'all, I'm not white.
Bless you for going along with that. But yeah, consider it just an option.
Right. Okay. No, that's wonderful. And there's a dwarf that's like, hell yeah. I am down with, do you have any bounties right now? Because I'm going to go hunt a bounty.
There's one actually technically out for your employer.
You're shitting me.
I'm not.
Not without consent.
That was good. That was good. Oh my goodness. That was advantage to Midnight Snacks next roll because come on, that was good.
I misjudged where the wall was and thumped my head too hard.
Oh no!
This is my wall in my bed. You think I know where the damn wall was? Fucking unicorns, man.
Oh, ouch.
I mean, we're a TTRPG party. If there's one thing that'll defeat us, it's
a door
walls and
or
doors.
a wall.
Yeah.
Yep. You're shitting me. There's a bounty out on fucking VOD. There's a bounty out.
Yeah, there's like 3.
Look,
If you kill him once, do you get all 3, or do you have to have him come back and then kill him
it depends
each
on
time?
the bounty. Some of them want the person alive. Some of them don't care. It really just depends on the kind of bounty. You would have to go and look.
Can
Okay,
I pull up the bounty on my iPad or the iPad?
Absolutely.
Bullshitting, but I like
Yes.
this. Turn it into an actual thing.
I'm way okay with this being true. He is Vod the Harpooner in the dungeon of scary shit. Like, it's cool. It's
Yeah,
cool.
I'm like pulling up the VOD bounties and just like
Right.
holding up the iPad.
They're
that one
huddling
wants-
No, I'm a
around.
hacker. I'm just pressing the buttons and I can like make it show because
Oh, that's true.
Mm.
So one of them wants him dead, one wants him alive. That's confusing. One wants him covered in chocolate and coconut.
Oh,
This one just wants
Mm.
pictures.
You note that the person asking for the bounty hunter hasn't even put names. You just see J, and the last name is Jameson for some reason. Like you don't know why, but the person just wants pictures of them.
So if we cover him with chocolate and coconut, take a picture, and then kill him, we can get like 3 in 1.
I mean, that's Yeah.
Whatever you like
Okay.
to do with your evenings. Just that's up to you.
And they huddle and start like making plans for like coconut chocolate trap.
Well, sometimes you feel like a nut.
Also, so you guys know, there's a lot of chocolate frosting upstairs. They were literally just making a giant cake.
All right. Okay. All right. We've got this. This is amazing. This is wonderful. Okay. Thank you. You are wonderful people. Thank you so much. Yes. Stay away from the tickle room. Just piece of
yeah,
advice.
we figured that one out.
Yeah. Okay, good. If there's anything else we can do for you, it's changing our lives right now, let me tell you.
I mean, do you have Saturday off? Because me and my boyfriend were thinking about inviting a few people. We could get off
Yeah.
on Saturday.
All of us or just me, says the dwarf.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I can fit you all in.
Well, I don't see a problem. Does anybody else that is this like it's part cheesy or bridge, or do you play Monopoly? We don't want to do Monopoly. Monopoly is kind of boring.
It's like Twister, just a bit different.
Twist. Okay. All right. Twister. What's your name?
Jeff.
That's a highly unusual name. Jeff.
Yeah.
Okay, Jeff. We'll be coming to your place. If you can give us the just maybe give us your phone number. I'll put you in my contacts.
Yeah, I sent him. I give him my phone.
Just
my
imagining
God.
one of them like dwarf because they're from the fantasy realm. They're confused by the name because because of that they have to write it like in old elven tongue or like dwarvish tongue. So it's got like extra names or like apostrophes and
I was gonna
spots
say
that don't make
apostrophes.
sense.
Yeah.
The F with like 3 dots on the top, and then like the bottom of the F is like curly cued around, and that's like a particular way of pronouncing an F. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, there is a character in here that you will probably not meet because of where this has gone, whose name is F. Lotloth and Neuron Anion, which is like
That's a mouthful.
Yes.
Also, if anyone's wondering what my faces are, this is a face of a player who has made choices and finds himself stymied by their own choices again and again.
So what you're saying is you're dealing with the familiar problem of a player who decided to go, so yes, reap. No. We didn't include reaping involved in all of this.
I don't know if I included sewing when I first thought this character up, but here we are.
I don't know what you thought about was this entire character the entire time. I don't think
Thought
any of us
about
have
the
at this
comfort of a
point.
denim tuxedo.
It does actually
Just
sound
a
comfortable.
whole lot of reaping going on in the Dungeon of Scary Stuff. It's very appropriate.
So
Scythe is all I'm imagining now that you've said that. Oh,
That's where I was going. I'm glad someone got it.
Hall of Curiosities, Hall of
Hall of
Curiosities.
Curiosities.
all
Yes,
curiosities.
We're gonna go work on this trap.
Okay,
Good luck.
and yeah,
They walk out like, and out they go. And the next door down the hallway is the door to the Hall of Curiosities. Excuse me. And when you enter the Hall of Curiosities, what you see is it's a long room, and there are little like glass cabinets along the room that are displaying various items. Excuse me. And the one thing about it is that it's, I'm like really burpy because I drank a ton of soda. So pardon me. Does not appear to be any other door in this room except the door that you came through.
Yeah. I wander over to a random wall, and my gadget is now 2 pieces. It's 2 pretty good sized pieces full of whirling gears and little smoke-filled orbs. It's a good, nice techno magic kind of steampunk bullshit piece of Inspector Gadget box. I put one on one wall. I wander over and I put another one not on the opposite wall, but at like a 45-degree angle of weirdness. And I pull out a little tuning fork and I slap the shit out of it.
And what happens?
Well, if I've done this right, sound waves are going to start bouncing out of one of these boxes, off the other one, turn inside out, and then make a ringing sound if they hit a hidden spot, a magically hidden spot, or hollow wall. Now, if I've done it wrong, it will emit a very shrill beeping sound and explode into a whole bunch of glitter. But in addition to all of us being impossibly covered with glitter, the kind of glitter that we will still be pulling out of our crevices 4 weeks from now. A lot of glitter, y'all. 4 weeks, crevices. I'm serious. It's fine and it's itchy. But it will still highlight an area of the room. That area will be more glittered than the other spot. So it'll still kind of work. Maybe.
Awesome. Is anybody gonna give Glenrinda, I'm sorry, I'm totally saying your name wrong because my eyes have gotten so strained staring at Ginrinda. Okay, is anyone gonna give Ginrinda? It's late. Jen, is anyone gonna give Jen
my charger?
some help on this gadgeteering move?
I mean, I'm so queer I can't even speak straight, so I can't really blame you
Where's
for
my
it.
recorder?
There you go. That's like, I can't even speak. I'm so excited about this. All right. Anybody gonna give some
my
help?
fellow gadgeteer.
I want my recorder.
Yeah,
Tablet.
I can definitely help.
For the tablet, please.
If I
Position it
hand
right
you
for the
this
sound.
other tuning fork, can you hit the other glass orb at exactly the same time as me?
Sure.
All right, then we have
Let's
to
do
hit
it.
these glass orbs with these perfectly tuned tuning forks at exactly the same time.
All right. I'm gonna have somebody roll crew. Who wants to roll crew in order to give some help?
I'm happy to roll crew since this is her gear.
And do we both get to roll an advantage because we're both gadgeteers and it's a gadget, or is it just me with an advantage and Rainbow with crew?
Okay, so because advantage doesn't stack, but I want crew to happen, I think this requires it. I think this requires teamwork. Rainbow gets to roll with it, doesn't roll with advantage because it's just crew. But if you succeed, you give a +1 to Jinrina, whose name I can now say for some reason.
I
Keep a brain.
rolled a 4 and my crew is a 9, so I succeeded.
Awesome. So Jinrina, you get a -1 to your roll, which is a good thing because we're playing Queer Heist Crew, not D&D.
Right. All right. And I roll against my heist, which is a 7. I rolled a 6, -1. I got a 5, so it succeeds.
Awesome.
Nice.
So describe, I'm going to describe a little bit of this. You describe the first part, and then I'm going to describe the second. So you get it up to the point where this sound is happening.
All right. So Rainbow and I meet eyes from across the room. We lift our tuning forks, and at the same time, we very gently but super dramatically, lots of flourish, like we're coming from downtown, and then very gently, ting. Now the tuning forks begin to vibrate, and the smoke inside these crystal balls begins to whirl very, very fast. It begins to make it and echo the sound of the tuning forks. They vibrate and bounce off each other, and you can literally see the sound hit each other. And instead of doing this, do the. It starts moving. You can see it. It's very weird. It squirms through the air. And now I don't know what it does. Tell me what it does.
So as it does that sort of wah, 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 wah thing when two sound waves weave together like that, all the glass cases in the room also start to vibrate and then shatter. And a little bit of backstory that y'all wouldn't know, but I do like a cutscene if we were doing like a TV show, right? A witch off in a forest casting a spell, trying desperately to get back her marinara recipe, laughs excitedly as a piece of paper in one of the cases disappears and reappears in front of her. People all over the multiverse laugh with joy as like tiny little objects that they thought that they had lost or forgotten return on the wings of this witch's spell because you were able to free them from their cases. The one thing that does not disappear at the very end of the hallway is a beautiful glowing black egg with a knitted cozy on it. And the knitted cozy on it, you know, like a coffee cup cozy, it's just knitted and snug around the egg. It has these beautiful like skeleton bone rows. Like this is like a masterpiece of knitting. And also like slithery tendrils that look like maybe they're tentacles. And it starts to spin around when the case breaks. And this beautiful, cacophonous, frightening, wondrous, terrible chorus of screams starts to come from this egg. And like little cutout reflections of all of the pieces of design on the cozy happen. And as it spins and spins and spins, you get in the smoke the outline of a door that begins to creak open. And then like the Legend of Zelda song that happens when you open a hidden door plays. But there you go. That actually plays in universe. That plays.
So
Should we take the
I know
egg
that
with?
sound. That's our door.
Yeah, so Allie's been working, like speaking to someone else on one of her mini comms and working on something else. But she's been paying attention this whole time too, because she like takes a little bit of glitter and like puffs it up just as a special effect.
Hey, folks. I found this. It's my hat. Oh, my other hat. That's sweet.
Oh, did I find my duct tape? Did I find my tape that I was missing?
Yeah, we all just have really abnormal stuff. And Cauldron of Everlasting Warmth. What? It's a hat.
But is it warm?
It's actually pretty cool. It's why I switched out for the different hat. But then I lost it, and it's my favorite hat. My mom used to gave it to me one day. We were poor, so she got it from the secondhand store. But she said that if I held it really close, I could pretend like it was warm.
It look in one section, and there's like fantastical means of creating food for forever spell.
Yes.
But I look at it and I was like, this is just a recipe for peppers and beef. I thought I lost this like 3 weeks ago. We've been trying to figure out how to cook this for God damn it.
And actually every one of you finds an object that you've recently lost that had been anchored into this room for some reason, along with a bunch of other objects. And you get the sense that perhaps most members of the Queer Cabal might have had objects stolen and put into this room for some purpose or other.
My electrical tape.
The screw I was missing.
Perfect. Rainbow, Midnight Snack, what do you two find?
My horn cover. I was looking for that.
Because Jeff's idea was amazing. It's a belt, but it's not a utility belt at all. It's literally just like my normal pants belt.
And it's Belt of Wondrous Gadgets.
Yeah.
Right. And the
Yeah.
horn
it has
cover.
like a mag light on it and like a little spot where where I attach my keys sometimes. And that's it.
Nice.
So we were missing a roll of electrical tape, a hat, a horn cover, and a belt and a screw.
And
Yes.
one recipe.
And one recipe. So like your task now as a group of role players to figure out how to use that to defeat Vaughn the Harpooner. Like that would be wondrous.
I already know how mine works. It just defeat him with seasoning.
So we have to put the screw into the recipe, and like
So he chokes on it.
yeah, so he chokes on it, and I guess we use the tape to put the hat. I don't know.
No, we tape him up. We use the hat as a blindfold. The belt like secures him to the chair. And
Wait, so are we force feeding him now?
the horn cover we use to like sheath
Cover
some
his horn.
cylindrical object. We just need to
Yeah.
find one.
I'm sure we can find several things to put in there if we need to.
I mean, that's the beautiful thing about a horn cover. You can fit almost anything in there.
Right?
We can
It's
even
so
fit a horn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and in like an ongoing demonstration of how much people misunderstand unicorns from the Enchanted Wood, it's the horn cover of virginity and purity is how it's labeled in this place that it was in.
The horn cover of virginity and purity.
This
Boy, those are
unique-
some messed up social constructs, huh?
This unique item was taken from a virgin unicorn. Virgin unicorn. Have you met a virgin unicorn?
Not since I was like 14.
Was this taken when you were 14?
I'll never tell.
Oh wait, hold on.
Okay.
There's a matching card.
An open door stands before you as an egg of dark black with a nice, gothy kind of cozy, spinning on a plinth in front of the door.
Should we take the egg with us?
I think so. Let's go bring it down to this Rue who lost it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Can we take the egg with us? Because it seems like the door is coming out of the egg. Are we gonna trap ourselves inside of a freaking egg? I don't want to be trapped inside of an egg.
Maybe if we jam something in the door so it has to stay open.
All right, because I've done my egg time.
Can we take it open?
You know what? If y'all want, I don't mind being the man making the sacrifice. I can stay halfway in the door and wait.
Are you sure? That's an awful lot of temptation.
You know, I think I've been waiting my entire life for this moment to just go so far in and not further. But I'll be right here. The moment you need me,
Make sure
And I
you
will
keep
come.
it up.
all the way through.
I
I've
was
got something in my,
Good Lord.
I've got something in my pockets for that. Hold on. And I pull out a small blue pill and I take it. I won't have that problem anymore.
Oh goodness.
All right. So I grab my tuning fork and I sweep off towards the door. I'm just expecting that everyone but Jeff will follow me because I'm just a pain in the ass. Everyone follows me. I'm a queen. They do what I do. So, door. I slip through it. It feels a little bit cold, but not wet, but kind of wet. You know when you can't tell if you're cold or wet? Like when you've got gloves on and something touches you, you're like, or maybe that's just me because I do lab specimen analysis.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's like slippery cold. It's like cold with a
Mhm.
texture. Yeah.
It feels like that walking through the door. I'm deeply unimpressed as I come out the other side. But I
And
do come out the other side.
what you see coming out is a stone steps leading down into darkness. You hear the dripping sound that you've come to expect in creepy basement dungeon locations. Mold and moss sort of hanging down the walls and off the ceilings. And you hear the sound of a puppy. It's a very cute puppy. What a good puppy. Actually, you hear the sound of crying coming from the distance.
Okay. I hurry down the stairs, mostly to clear the stairs, so I don't get shoved down them, but also because I just, despite being evil, I'm evil in a fuck the system kind of way, not in an I like hearing innocent people crying. In fact, I'm quite distressed by this. It makes me want to do violence to other people. So I rush down the stairs to see who is crying.
All right. The rest of you
the-
follow?
The egg is spinning, so I'm actually gonna use my cape to help like guide it so we can carry it.
Once you wrap it in the cape, it stops spinning.
First, I follow. You have to follow the queen.
Yeah, and then I'll follow, but got to bring the egg first.
Oh, I dive
assume
in
whenever-
face first. I love it because at this point of the game, I can just say anything with that inflection, and people assume that it's
Yes,
nasty.
Absolutely. You've built that up in character. Like you've
You've
really
earned
laid
it,
some
yeah.
good groundwork. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Jean-Rena, you come upon a pool of water, of just like slimy purple water, and a giant
Was Prince here?
everyone remembers Prince. A giant octopoid looking thing with a maw and like a bunch of tentacles, and 10, 12 different eyes, knitting a sweater and crying. It just big giant knitting needles, but like a tiny little sweater on the end of the knitting needles, and like using some of its eyes to focus on the knitting. But when it sees you, it's like, I am the eldritch horror beast, that you shall not pass or come to my territory ever.
What color is your sweater?
It is black with white details.
Are you Rue?
I am Rue Cthulhu. Fear me, tremble.
I like tentacles.
And that's a really cute sweater you're knitting.
You will not fool me with your. That was a very nice compliment, but you will not fool me with your compliments, for I am a fearsome eldritch beast.
And I fart glitter.
I don't know what to make of that. I find it
Me
oddly
neither
attractive.
Oh,
But not in such a way that won't cause me to destroy you if you approach.
Are you sure? We had something for you, Miss Rue.
What do you have for me? Before I destroy you, you should show me, because I really do like gifts, and people don't give me a lot of gifts because I'm just down here all the time. And it's good. I give everybody my own gifts.
I think a gift is most important with the surprise, so I think you should unwrap it. And he'll come forward.
we covered it up for safety.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I trust this. This could be a trap.
Am I close enough? Am I actually halfway within a door? My headphones got removed. Is there still a doorway? Am I halfway inside of a doorway?
There's still a doorway and you're halfway inside unless you left it, but you can hear everything that's happening because Allie gave you all communication devices.
Give her one of her communication devices.
Okay, I gotta make sure it's not the one, because there's a call on one of them. Somebody's trying to sell me a car warranty.
Right. Are you for that car warranty or against that car warranty? Because I think I might have just gotten that call. I put him on hold.
Against, I don't need it.
Hold on. Yeah, we're just really not interested right now. Maybe if you had a better plan, you can contact us again. But until then, please don't contact us.
Oh,
Thank
what
you.
would be my return? Oh. Click.
So Cthulhu, Ruthulu.
Boo, Cthulhu. Fear me.
Don't
We have a
you?
present.
Listen, I know it's hard to trust people in a time like this, especially because you've been locked up here making up sweaters, but we are here because we care. That's the whole thing that we do. It's the one thing that unites each and every one of us. We care about something. Sure, maybe sometimes it's money. Sure, sometimes it's about the sweet, sweet lovemaking we can
Yeah.
get from a good man.
Or anything, really.
Yeah, yeah. Or sometimes it's about an egg contained within a cozy contained within a flag.
Egg?
Would you like to open it?
Egg?
Do you
heard
need
what
help?
Valley
I
Dog-
sometimes have trouble because of my hooves. Do you have trouble because of your tentacles?
Give me the egg. Give me the egg. Give me the egg.
I
And-
will give her the egg still wrapped in the cape.
And she unwraps it, and you also see that she keeps glancing kind of behind her and looking. It's hard to tell if an eldritch beast is feeling an emotion, but like she has enough of a brow that you can see that it's furrowed. Some of her eyes are kind of, furrowed on the brow, and she looks back to the other egg and looks at this one that she's holding in her hand
Oh,
and
they
goes,
made a fake.
"What? What is this? What is? Oh!" And she like starts wrapping in her tentacles and like rubbing the head like you were petting a little dog, or
Oh,
and starts like a gross little cooing sound, like that's a good little egg.
who's going to be a good little auditor? You are.
Who's
You're
going to
good little
inflict
egg.
complete madness upon any attempts to understand you when you're older? Oh.
And she's completely absorbed in this egg and has stopped looking behind her and is just petting it and just, how can I thank you? But I thought that it had died long ago.
Well, you want to know who did this, who took it from you.
Well, but we only lay one egg every 100,000,000 years, which is a real number where I come from. We only lay one of them, and it's here, and I thought it had died.
No, they gave you a fake one. I've got how they did it on this iPad.
I don't know what an iPad is, but
It's
can I
this-
destroy it? Can I drive it mad with the sound of my wayway?
I'll tell you,
You
you
know,
can drive mad.
I don't know if that's the best idea. Why don't you let us take that terrible thing away from here so you never have to look at it and think of these moments again?
You hear this like slurping sound as it pulls it out of the muck, and it brings over this gray egg and sets it beside you. Are we sure that there's nothing in there that I need? This is the real egg. It's been dead. It's not real.
This is a terrible fake egg. It's a nasty, nasty thing, and we'll take it away. You have your egg now.
Can I
Rainbow,
pull it
if you
up?
could just carefully pick this up and wrap it up so she doesn't have to see it anymore, and carefully take it to Jeff.
I will
Can I
wrap it in.
unhelpfully? Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Okay, can I unhelpfully pull the diagrams up and show them in the like I display the screen? You know how I display it in the
Yes.
kind of-
Yes, and she sort of has a tentacle that goes sort of back and forth around the diagram, and then just starts this roaring of anger. This, what have they done to me? What have they done? What have they? I will destroy them. I will shake the very foundations of the dungeon of scary stuff. And the echoes of her voice start to like cause like a little bit of dust and dirt to fall from the ceiling.
Now?
Hey,
Hey, can we wait until I'm out of this
later.
doorway? Because otherwise, this is gonna get a bit too tight for my liking.
I'm actually just a second. I'm going to roll something to make a
God.
decision. Yeah, the door actually does start to close when the building shakes. It starts slowly to close while you're standing in it.
We should run.
Hey, we beat feet. We haul ass. Rue can do what Rue is gonna do. But I'm pretty sure we've got what we came for, so it's time to bounce. I'm out.
Rue
You ain't never
Cthulhu.
seen a royal run this fast. Woo!
Hey, Rue Cthulhu, I'm immortal too, so call me when you're ready for the next day.
Oh, okay. I will. Definitely. I will. Okay. I don't know your phone number.
Alma leaves another pamphlet in regards to unionization, specifically for Eldritch horrors, and also leaves a small card in regard that it can contact with an Eldritch Horror Bounty Hunter Association as well.
We just invented an Eldritch Horror Union. That's just
Yes.
that actually needs to be a game. The Eldritch Horror Union
I'll
and
work
bounty
on
hunting.
it.
Yes, no, that needs to exist. That is amazing. I love that so much.
Just- you ever wanted to play a game where you just play the folks who are like, man, I always have this artist who's such a jerk and so self-righteous and entitled, that always worried about, this frail grip on sanity that they have. But, it's okay to be, not so great in that area. I myself am not that. It's okay to be you.
Why
Yeah.
do people keep blaming me for not dealing with their own mental health issues?
And also most important, and also definitely in that range of like, look, I am just a 70-foot tall tentacled gal who just has certain needs. People need to understand those needs. Otherwise, I'm calling my union rep.
Why am I now imagining like a social media app for these eldritch horrors?
Yes.
This is great. This is
Twitter?
great. Oh God.
No, the app is said to be stylized in a fake like dead language. It's said to sound like the very depths of the abyss, but you turn out it's just standard words written backwards and then played at like 10 times speed.
And then a lot of like dating profile apps of like the Eldritch horrors being like with all their tentacles and holding a bunch of beers and
Wait, does
yeah.
it get my good eye? Does it get my
It's all
one
about
good eye?
non-Euclidean angles.
yeah. Okay. So you
We
rush
haul
out the
ass.
door.
We all haul
You haul
ass.
ass. And the building is starting to shake. And you're starting to hear some sort of screams in the distance as you haul ass back into the now empty except for plinth and glass and some glitter and smoke Hall of Curiosities. And what do you do? Where do you go?
Is there anyone trapped in the tickle room?
Yeah, I'm gonna bust open the tickle room door.
Okay, when you bust open, you see these little they're like kind of like feather boas. And then some of them are like if a feather boa like was just a ball, like they're just like little balls of feathers with like antenna eyes, and the feather boas have eyes, and they're all thank you, because it's really getting strange in there with all of the shaking. Thank you. Do you want to be tickled? We'll tickle you. Anybody want tickling? We ask for consent unless Vod makes us not. Do you want to tickle? Anybody want to tickle?
No, but Vod does.
Vod wants to tickle?
Vod wants to be tickled.
We've been wanting to tickle Vod for centuries, and Vod would never let us tickle him.
Remember,
oh my God.
his safe word is
Pineapple.
yeah.
Okay, pineapple. All right. And they like start rolling up into the kitchen or like slithering up on like their feather dusty legs into the kitchen. It's like a millipede except with the feathers. Very, very bright, like neon colors. And like you hear them and you can hear coming from the kitchen now, like a bunch of like, not like screaming, but like, wah! People like getting confused and starting to panic a little bit because the floors are shaking.
We should keep running.
Yep.
Assuming there's no prisoners and with the tickle beast.
Yep.
No, there are no there are no prisoners in with the tickle beast. You run up to the kitchen And you see in the kitchen, God, I'm sorry,
Tinkerbell?
Twinkerbell, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say what I almost mistakenly called Twinkerbell in my weird, messed up scramble brain. Anyway, you run through the kitchen and Twinkerbell's in there, and you also see Clover and Daddy Murph, who are like huddled up in the corner of the kitchen talking to each other. It was so cute.
Oh, the pop.
Who, Twinkerbell?
No, your dog.
Oh.
Fuck Twinkerbell.
This is Henry.
Only if Twinkerbell wants.
This is Henry. He's my baby.
Hey, Henry. Little
So
cutie.
fluffy.
He's very fluffy. He's also very tired. It's his bedtime.
Oh.
Mhm.
Oh.
So, yeah, we keep running.
My hands are full. Jeff, can you get those two? And make sure they leave.
Twinkerbell,
need to
Clover,
make
Clover,
sure
we're having
they're-
an orgy outside. Come on.
Daddy, I mean,
That, but okay. Yeah.
Daddy, let's just leave.
Are you telling me what to do? Because I tell people what to do. You don't tell me what to do. I tell people what to do.
Hey, do you want to die here?
No.
Trust me to help you out.
I'm gonna have you roll. I want you to roll. I want you to roll against Queer.
So, as long as I don't get a 12, that's a 3.
You're good. He looks intrigued and follows you. And Clover, remembering the hug with Midnight Snack, also follows. And you run out into the dance area, up the stairs, out in the dance area. People are starting to scatter. Bob the Harpooner is standing in the middle of all of this, scattering, and actually is trying to run himself, but his leg is stuck in a big pile of chocolate frosting that he's tripped into. The disco ball's still going though, and the swing dance music is still like, it's still going, even though the musicians are all outside of the dungeon now, like kind of peeking in through the doors, playing the swing music on the outside.
Hey, ticklers, I found him.
And they go and they start to tickle him, and he's like,
Oh,
was-
I'm going to gently try to crack the egg. Is the diamond inside?
You crack the egg, and you hear, like, as the cracks open on the egg, like, first there are just cracks, and then there is pink and lavender light along the cracks, and then there's the like like dance hall music sound, like beat coming out of this egg, and then the beat gets louder and louder, and finally the egg like breaks, and indeed the diamond of fabulosity stands before you.
Hey, Snack.
Yeah.
Levitate this diamond for a second.
Okay.
And I'm going to rig the disco ball to shine a light through it at Vlad.
Okay. All right. Since Midnight's levitating, I'm going to say Midnight's rolling against Crew to give you help.
Oh, excellent. That's a 1.
Awesome.
That,
So you
that's
give it,
the most help.
that's the most help. So you give a point, because Rainbow, you would be rolling with advantage anyway, right? Yeah, you get a point
Yep.
on top of that.
Great, because I rolled an 8, which would have been very close to my 9. So 7s are way better.
Awesome. Okay. So you pass by even just a little bit more. So what is your intention? What do you want to accomplish by putting that up in the disco ball?
Oh wait, I was looking at the wrong one. It is a 7. So yeah. Oh, so that's a tie.
It's a tie. Okay. So what were you intending to accomplish?
This apparently brought out the best in Vlad, so I was hoping that would happen.
Okay. And did you roll? You rolled with advantage?
Did I? No, I rolled 1 die.
You get to roll with advantage because of your
Okay.
specialization.
Yeah. That's a 5. That's actually way better.
Nice.
All right.
Good to make
That
it
is
4.
that passes. So as this light of fabulosity is shown upon Vod, first what happens is that the lining of his beautiful silken black cape goes rainbow glitter. And
He farted.
Please help.
he looks at the group and takes everybody in, and there's like a moment of like, and he's just frozen in his desirous gaze upon all of you.
Would you like to play?
More than I've ever wanted anything else.
Oh, fantastic, because we're having an orgy outside. I wasn't kidding about that earlier. We're really going to do it.
And at that, we will end. And I will give everyone a chance to have a couple of sentences about how your characters finish.
Oh my.
I can play this game too.
I would like to note for viewers, none of you can see this, but our producer is dying currently.
Literally dying.
Just
All
close the
right.
Fuck out.
So I'm going to go around and I want you to say like how your character winds up the story, what your character does next, anything you want about that end part. And you can add stuff about the universe too that responds to your character, who you are and where people can find you. Let's start with Rainbow.
Rainbow would go back and go on another heist to try and make the world a little better. Make somebody else happy.
Awesome. And who are you? Where can we find you?
I'm Nick. I'm on Twitter at @fell_strike. I'm currently not streaming anything right now, but next year.
All right, Jeff, what's your coda?
I play Jeffrey Smith, but today I'm no longer that. Jeff, though, is going to spend the remaining time he has just like checking in with his boyfriend to see how he feels about himself.
Oh.
And then,
You don't even have to, because the moment you get into better reception, you get like ping, 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 and there's like 20, 30 pictures of him posing and saying, I think I look pretty hot in this picture. What do you think about this picture? This picture is pretty good. Maybe I should make a calendar.
so instead, he goes home and together they engage in an orgy with several other people. That's it.
The zombie and the dwarf show up eventually.
Yeah, it's pretty normal. Just a regular day in Calgary on an oil rig. Not much. My name is Lee. My pronouns are he, him. This is Henry. His pronouns are also he, him. You can catch me online at Werewolf Feels. You can catch him on the Werewolf Feels Instagram, where he likes to hang out because I cannot still. I mean, if your dog looked like this, and you can catch me on Twitch. We're going to be playing a game, a sponsored game actually, because Choice Up Games gave me a key for Parliament of Nines, which is the new VTM story game coming out. So we're gonna read through that together very soon. You can find details about that on the Werewolf Feels Twitter, my Twitter, and I think that's it for me.
Thank you. Allie, with the clutch iPad hacking.
Yeah, I played Allie, who will, after this is over, she will actually do some magic cyberpunk hacking and like set up an online campaign for all this unionization.
Yes.
And look, she's been doing a lot of other jobs too at the same time, so she's just going to go back to that and just kind of gazing at probably one random person per job with like big heart eyes.
Does she ever make a move on Midnight Snack?
No. Just gazes at her, big hard eyes.
Just appreciating from afar.
Yes.
And you have plenty of jobs that by the time you get all the communication devices back are like, where are you? What's going on? We need you. Oh my gosh. But like, it's sort of in a like, yeah, like they really do need you. You really matter kind of way. Like you were the one who got the iPad in this, you know that you've got what you need. There's a little bit of a boosted confidence, I think, that comes with that. So maybe on a job. Go on.
And I don't get the car warranty.
You do not get the car warranty. Awesome. Hell yeah. Awesome. All right. Tell us who you really are and where people can find you.
I'm JannyPot7575 on Twitter. I'm not going to go through my whole schedule right now because I'm on almost every night.
Oh,
but
wow.
I'll try to remember to pin it on my Twitter. I just really like playing games a lot. So I will just sign up for stuff and play it and just have a great time. Like tonight, this was the best.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay, Jean Rina.
Muted.
I remembered. It took me a minute to wake it up. All right. Hi, I played Jinrina today. I'm Arnica Ross. And at the end of the party, she walked up and she threw her arm around Vlad and she got real close to his ear and whispered, "You're real fucking lucky he opened that egg because I was about to swing it and bust it open upside your head." She asked her.
And he's like, "Oh, is that like a kink thing? Is that a fun thing? Is that, oh, all right. Oh, I think she just owned me. I think she
But lead him out, push him into the orgy. Cause, you know, he obviously that's where he wants to be. And link my arm with Alma and look at her and go, are you one of my subjects? Do I know you? As I lead her towards my very excellent carriage, because if she's one of my subjects, then I probably shouldn't make her catch the train home.
Aw, that's
right,
awesome.
So I'm Arnica Ross. You can find me on Twitter at ArnicaXRoss. You can find me on Twitch pretty much only when I'm on Val's channel. We normally play a game called Ember Winds. It's on vacation, so you're gonna have to watch some of the millions of other excellent shows she produces and runs and plays. But I'm awfully fun if you want to come to my Twitter and just hang out for a while.
Yay. All right, Midnight Snacks. Or actually, should I go to Alma first, since Alma was just invoked and we want to see where on, and then Midnight Snacks, you can finish this. Alma.
Wow, that was so nice and understanding. I feel bad for what I was gonna do now. So I'm gonna piggyback off of the whole like going to the carriage, and it's like, that's really nice and sweet, and thanks for remembering me. I really wish you remembered a couple of other things too, like who my partner is. And we go into the carriage and it's like the whole coloration design has changed. There's no longer their colors on the carriage or on any of the materials. It's like it's a big like bi pride flag color scheme now. And like my partner, whose subject is in there, is like, we had a few suggestions for how we want things to go going forward. And there's like a head of like 3 different union reps also in the carriage. We had some thoughts. And there's also but I'll let you all hash this out. I have to go get to another job, and there's like a spaceship that just pulls up out of nowhere, and like she climbs up on it, and like helping her up is this very like ambiguously this gender ambiguous individual just chilling out, really young looking kind of kid. And there's also like this really loud barking like corgi as well. And there's just like, it's not even Cowboy Bebop music playing, it's the freaking Sopranos theme, like the opening Sopranos just playing, and she's just like just flying out, and it just has the look of like, yeah. He posted monarchy and got a diamond. Oh, by the way, that diamond's not ending up at the Cabal.
Oh wow. So you fly off with the diamond.
I said I wanted money and I didn't get shit this whole job, so I'm taking the diamond.
My next one shot might be the heist against Alma.
I'm okay with it. I'm
Amazing.
Angela. I'm Angela. So you can find me over at Twitter at Phoenix24Fem or on Patreon at Philosophem, where I'm a professional writer, poet, and a creature designer. So I primarily design creatures for Animon Story RPG and also Slayers. And I'm also involved in the recently kickstarted and funded at $10,000 at the end of it, Slayers Almanac, as one of the 10 writers who's going to be involved with a bunch of other really amazing folks like Cherry Drop, Rue, Knit-Knack, Kevin Wynn, and a bunch of other folks, including like Jay Dragon and also a few other people who are just great. And I'm getting to help bring to life a district that's built around death and rebirth and built on the body of what allegedly was a phoenix. So that's a really cool thing. And I'm also in the works with a few other people to get some things out. Maybe vampire baseball related. That's a slight spoiler, but just leaving that as a tidbit dangling. Before you ask, yes, it's related to what you think it is. That's all I will say. Yeah, I'm probably going to be on a few other shows. And if you want to catch where I've been, you can find me over with previous sessions I've done over on All Nerds Here or Utopia. And also, if you want to catch my actual design work, I've designed 17 playbooks for the Slayers RPG system that were inspired by Final Fantasy. And probably after the next month or so, I'll be adding 2 more. And I'm working on my own game, hopefully to release by the start of next year. So yes, I do a lot of things.
You are busy. Yes. Awesome. And Midnight Snack.
So I think since we've already heard from Allie, Midnight Snack spends part of the party orgy looking for her, but just can't find her in all of the confusion. And there's this kind of moment of like, oh, but I wanted to tap that. And then and then she just goes and finds something else to do, or someone else to do. And for Midnight Snack, the party never ends. Like, there are other heists, there are other jobs, but really it's just being a literal fucking unicorn for the rest of time.
Now, a few weeks after the heist, you do get a call from Rue Cthulhu. Yeah, sort of now that she's sort of destroyed the dungeon and freed herself from her lair, really wants someone to show her a good time. It's been 1,000,000,100 years.
And I have my horn cover back, so we can do it safely.
Okay, who really are you, and where can we find you?
Hello, when I'm not being a filthy fucking unicorn, I am being a mischievous goblin on the interwebs. You can catch me as a pirate space skateboard princess on Cast of Many Things How to Princess, a much more innocent game, I assure you. And the other place you can find me is chilling on the Discord. So I'm on Valdrianth's wonderful Discord if you want to check that out, or on TikTok as Vidfrig, where it is entirely adorable videos of the animals that I run across in my life.
Yay, awesome. Okay, well, I am, did I miss somebody?
No, I was just going to say,
okay.
Jen, why don't you tell us about yourself?
Oh, yes, I wasn't even waiting for permission. I was just going for it.
That's better. Good.
I'm Jen, otherwise known as Quixote Jen, or Jen Quixote. I mix it up sometimes. And I've been your nervous GM. And this is easily the dirtiest thing I have ever DM'd in my life. And I love it. It's glorious. It's fantastic. I should have just said I was a DM from the beginning because it's set in a dungeon. So I was in fact the dungeon master. That would have been appropriate in an inappropriate way. But anyway, you can find me every other Tuesday. I'm in a D&D game on Graham Cracker's channel playing an extremely wholesome Firbolg druid. Actually wholesome, that wasn't sarcastic. Very wholesome Firbolg druid. And more importantly, even beyond following my Twitter or anything like that, if you are someone who has experienced cancer, a current patient, a former patient, someone who is close to someone who's experienced cancer, please come and follow us at Play Cancer Away. We are an organization fairly new, just wrapped up a big fundraiser last week. Yeah. What we really want to do more than anything is to be coming together with other people with similar experiences around joyful activities like playing TTRPGs. So we want to play with you. Come hit us up. And that's really my big project right now. And I think that's everything. So thanks to Rosie for this amazing fundraiser.
Yo.
Everybody, it's not over. Keep donating to Extra Life. Extra Life for Kids. Let's get these supplies. Let's get these medical staffing. Let's get like support for families. Get all of this stuff to kids because I'm telling you, going through this stuff without a whole community coming around you is terrifying. So let's be that community. Donate. We're at $825 out of $1,200 as the goal. We could totally get there. That is that. I'll see you all around on Twitch chat stuff.
And just to be the disembodied voice coming from, just remember we are back tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, noon Eastern Time. Well, we're starting back up again with 3 more games. We will be playing. Heartbeats in Perfect Sync, run by the Neon Phantom Hearts Igor, the Neon Caster. The Spy Game, ran by Bakura, and my friend Anthony, Praying the Plague, running some rune quests where everybody is ducks. And speaking of, that's who we're gonna go say hello to as he's running a game of 2 over on Weave the Tail. So we're gonna give them some love and some raids. So, but everyone, go ahead, just wave bye.
Bye. Thank you, everybody.